Probably.
This is Wild Phil with Wild Phil's Osophy. Let's get wild. Today's episode, we got a special guest, a jiu-jitsu brother of mine, Vitaliy Pavelko.
Yes, you got it right.
And yeah, man. I mean, let's start off with just brief news before we introduce you. Like, what's everyone doing? What's new with everyone this week? Anything?
Let's go to him. I don't have anything new.
Let's go to him.
It's been a very uneventful
that's your new
week.
Let's go to him. My life is boring, so fuck off.
my life's kind of been boring recently too.
I just did a roast. My first, okay. I just did a roast battle, and 2 weeks ago, Jeff Ross was a judge on it. Mm-hmm. You know who that is?
No.
He's on all the Comedy Central roast.
Okay.
So he's like a big deal. So I was way out of my fucking league. I've been in comedy for like 4 months, and I asked my friend Chris, he was on the podcast last, to see if he can do it with me. And I told him, like, dude, I'm being honest. I'm kind of riding your coattails, but I mean, they need people to roast. And it's funny how they briefed us. Like the host walked in there. He's just like, all right, listen, guys. Number one, I don't want anybody fucking messaging me that we were mean. Okay, you signed up for this. And he's like, oh, that's Steve. That's the other guy. But he's like, yeah, I don't want anybody messaging that we're fucking mean. You signed up for this shit. And you want to know why most comedians don't sign up for roast? Because they're pussies. That's why. So you're not a pussy for being. So, dude, it kind of freaked me out. So I don't know. I lost. That's the update. It's going to be up soon on Roast Battle Chicago on YouTube. Otherwise, it's like YouTube /channel/Sticks and Stones Comedy or something. It's coming up. Yeah. I think my favorite joke by Chris was he said I'm a fat Jared Leto. No, he had some good ones. Dude, I loved it, man. It was the other two ones I remember was he goes, what the fuck? He goes, winter's coming, so you know Phil's family is gonna prepare for their favorite holiday of the year, January 6th. And then what the fuck was the other one? I don't know. I can't remember, but we'll see it soon. Anyways, we are here today with Vitaliy Pavelko, my jiu-jitsu brother. I mean, dude, I'm gonna sound like I have a fucking man crush, but the moment I came into the jiu-jitsu gym, my first jiu-jitsu, like, everybody was talking about what a fucking badass you are. You've rolled with Gordon Ryan before, who is the world biggest grappler. He was on Joe Rogan. And I mean,
I was thinking Gordon Ramsay when you said that.
Yeah, you rolled with Gordon Ramsay.
I mean, Gordon Ryan be cooking shit up on the mats, so I guess he's Gordon Ramsay on the mats.
Yeah. Bloody hell, your armpits stink like horrible pie. This is shit. And then he just mashes a pie on your chest. No, but I don't know. I heard a lot. Like, I heard like that you came to this country when you were was it like 12?
Yeah.
And you didn't know how to speak English.
No English.
It's a similar origin story with me. I didn't learn English till I was 12, I think.
Okay.
I didn't learn, and then I was told that, like, you know, typical high school fucking experience. People fucked with you.
Yeah.
People bullied you, and the Brazilian jiu-jitsu took you in.
Yeah.
And sort of taught you. I mean, you basically learned English there, right?
Yeah, I did. That was a big reason why I learned English, and it's funny because my mom, she would recommend to her other immigrant moms, you know, like to bring their kids into jiu-jitsu just so they could learn English because I'm a very talkative person, and they got me talking, you know. I was never shy to talk, although I would most of the time not know what I'm saying. There's like one old video of me giving an interview, apparently, you know, like in my old gym, which that was kind of funny because I literally still to this day do not know what I was saying there. Like, I tried watching it, I have no clue what I was saying there, but they got me talking, so it was definitely a big reason. Helped me a lot.
No, that's cool, man. And dude, I just remember I was trying to think of, like, who the fuck is the alpha in this gym, and I just remember seeing this video. I still can't get it out of my head. There's like a video of you where you're. I know it was like a NAGA competition.
Yeah.
MAGA?
Yeah, MAGA, Make America Great Again.
NAGA, North American Grappling Association. That's what it stands for.
Yeah, it is the top of jiu-jitsu, pretty much, right?
At that time, it was really good, especially for kids and teens. It was a big deal. It was a big deal, especially back then. Yeah.
So to dumb it down for us retards, it's the ECW compared to WWF.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, at that time. Now I wouldn't say so, but at that time it was like it was respected.
It's gotten bigger now.
Actually, I think so Naga's known for giving out belts when you win their expert divisions.
Yeah.
But now they kind of watered down a lot to the point where there's like a lot of like blue belts, which blue belt in jiu-jitsu goes white belt, blue belt, purple, brown, black. So what blue belts would even win those belts now, which is like it kind of down the stock of them big time. But when I used to compete, I would like actually go some of the best kids like in a country, sometimes in the world, very often. Not very often, but a few times a year would have those kind of brackets that were just stacked. And
what belt are you currently?
I'm a brown belt. I'm a
Okay.
brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, which next thing for me is a black belt. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to enjoy the stage of not being black belt, because for most of my life I will be black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, because I'm not gonna quit doing it. If my body lets me, I'll do it. I like it.
Do you think you're eventually going to want to open your own gym, or just
Eventually, yes, because I do enjoy teaching stuff to people, teaching how to defend themselves or just do moves. I'm really I do the stuff because I like it, not because I think it's badass. To be honest with you, but some people think it's badass and it's kind of cool, I guess. But I do it because I actually like it. There's always something to learn.
I think it's pretty cool.
It is awesome, dude. Honestly, jiu-jitsu, like, it humbled me so much, and it makes you feel like just growing up. I mean, I got my ass kicked by my parents. There's nothing that says I love you like blacking out to, "Hey, Dad, how's it going?" And fucking, so I grew up in a fucked up environment. It brings your self-esteem down. And I remember, like, I was in the worst state I could be at when I joined jiu-jitsu, the gym that we were at, and literally, like, first month I felt amazing. I mean, it's like nobody's fucking mean there. Everybody's like, they accept you. And the biggest part that I like too was, like, I played football, I played soccer, I played basketball. If you fuck up, the whole team's after you. But there, it's like being a stand-up comedian, because you're your own responsibility, you're your own thing, and everybody has their own place. Just like comedy, you could be fucking Dave Chappelle doing comedy next to fucking Jerry Seinfeld doing comedy next to Maria Bamford. Like, it's just, I remember when I went there, everybody called me Grizzly Bear, because I was like the fattest, heaviest fucking guy.
You were a big dude. I mean, you still are, but like then you were even like, I would say, like, you definitely had more weight on you. At least it appeared so. Maybe it was the rash guard, because rash guards, for people to know, it's just like a tight, like it's like a tight t-shirt.
You know what was funny as hell? I have to mention just before I forget. I know, like, we're talking about your origin story, but the funniest thing for me was, so the reason why I got into jiu-jitsu was because I was in a fucking suicide prevention program at the hospital, because I took an evaluation. This is so ridiculous. They said, do you ever feel like killing yourself? No. You ever feel like harming others? No. You ever feel like going to sleep and never waking up again? Yeah. I'm a lazy 35-year-old fucking grizzly bear. I want to hibernate, like. So they fucking they put me in there for that, and I was like, this place is horrible. I mean, I don't mean to shit on whatever anybody's journey is, but it was addicts there. It was like people who, I mean, they're going to be on Xanax for the rest of their fucking life.
Well, you clearly didn't belong there. That's why it was horrible for you, because you didn't belong there.
It was dragging me further down. And so then I see Killer Mike on the ad saying, "Do you want to make your life better? Do you want to get in shape?"
Rex Kwon Do.
Yeah.
Come down, pussy.
You want to get one of these to the side of the head, these bad boys. Like, that's what it reminds you. But yeah, I went there. So what I was getting at is, what was interesting is, the challenge was, you get 3 months free credit if, like, because they guarantee that you lose, like, what is it, 10 pounds if you go at least 4 times a day. And I mentioned before the podcast, like, I'm on these
4 times a day.
or 5 times a week.
Oh,
yeah.
but damn.
Maybe I'll lose if I go 4 times a day. Maybe that's what I got to do. Because I didn't fucking lose a pound because of my meds, because of my epilepsy meds.
But they didn't understand that when you were explaining to them initially, right?
The white Junko, she understood, and she was like, "Listen, if you just go, we'll let you pass, because we understand you have like a specific situation."
Yeah, because in your case.
And dude, I remember the first week, every fucking day I threw up in my mouth. Because
I
how
think
hard.
I remember you puking once in there, yeah.
Yeah, because of how hard it was going on me. And then here's the thing.
How long did you do it for?
I did it for
like
4 months.
Right? Yeah, it was a few months for sure. It was like 4 or 5.
Yeah. And then near the end, it was like I broke a pinky toe, and then I snapped an ankle, because I didn't know that you're supposed to tap for anything neck down. So-
You're supposed to tap period, if anything. Even if it's not a submission, man, you don't feel comfortable, just tap. Like,
Yeah.
restart, man. Ask questions or something. Don't get hurt.
But I heard like that if it's waist up, that you can feel the pain. But if it's waist down, you don't feel it until after something breaks.
Okay, honestly, that's kind of what they say. But the reason why they say that, and like since I train different school now, let me tell you, we have very good leg lockers there. And let me tell you, when they apply a leg lock on me, I've been training for quite some time myself. I feel it. So, but most of the people, yeah, that's true. They usually don't feel it until something is too late, because the way like most people, like their braking mechanics aren't the best. So even when they're applying some pressure on you, you think you got it, but then it snaps off. So that's kind of true. Usually you don't feel it right away, but if someone's really good, you'll feel it.
It's weird too, because the leg lock, it's supposed to like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to
There's different
fuck up your knee, right?
Okay, so there's a straight Achilles lock or ankle lock, which is like you kind of like you give it like a little like a choke grip, and you just kind of go back. So that will they'll tore your Achilles in the best case scenario for the person that's doing it to you. But then there's heel hook. There's inside and outside. So inside rotation of your knee or outside. Outside, it'll mess up your knee as well, but it'll be more of your ankle. But inside, which I got caught in that one actually really badly in my recent match. Man, that one messed me up because that one is going to ruin your whole knee. Like that could ruin your meniscus, your LCL, your MCL, ACL. Like you could ruin everything and including your ankle. So
you get a pretty sweet cane though from Walgreens, you know.
Yeah,
maybe like with an amber ball. Like
I couldn't walk
Park.
for 3 days. Doctors told me not to train, but then on the third day or fourth day, I started just lifting again. I was like, at least I could lift, because it's like slow static movements. And then like 2 weeks later, I started training jiu-jitsu again. well,
what I was getting at before I forget was that when I did the challenge, I didn't lose any fucking weight, and then I had to, I ended up breaking both ankles, not breaking, spraining both ankles. I snapped a tendon. Long story short, I injured my fucking ankle like 10 years ago, and I didn't have health insurance, so it was like a fucking pumpkin for a month, and it didn't heal right. It's a stupid story. It was one of the first like years that I was with my wife, and I was trying to make her and my kid laugh. Yeah. We were at GameWorks. You know how it's like 3 floors. I slid on the rail on my ass all the way down on the escalator, and then when I landed all my weight on the side of my ankle, and it snapped. Yep. Yeah. So, anyways, what I was saying is like, I did the 3 months, and I was like, God damn, I didn't lose any fucking weight. But then I went with my friend, another fucking meathead that I lived with, and we went because the only thing I had was a Planet Fitness membership. Dude, I was fucking maxing out every machine there. Like before I went, and I was like halfway, like say it was out of 360 pounds, I would do like 180, and then like whatever 20, reps of 3 sets or some shit. Yeah. I went again, and I would do like 20 sets of 360
after the challenge.
After the jiu-jitsu, it was fucking crazy. That was and I was saying that the video I couldn't get out of my fucking mind that I saw of you was like, you're going up against the guy in the NAGA champs, and like you're like feeling him out. You're standing up, obviously, because sometimes you start on your knees. Yeah, you're standing up, and the guy keeps trying to go at you, like twitching. So you move back, and you're like, "Fuck this! I had enough of this." And I think you did like a cartwheel. You put him you put your legs around his head and just slammed him down. Yeah. Match is over with.
Oh, I think that was a flying triangle video. It was very fast. Because I honestly have quite a bit of... Most of my matches, they're either like under 30 seconds or they're going to be like 5 minutes most of the time. Or longer. But I think it was a flying triangle where like we were just kind of standing, like feeling each other out. He was like you're saying, was twitching and like trying to get reaction out of me. Yeah. And then at one point, I just see one of his hands was really firm on grabbing my neck. And he was like really hanging onto it for dear life. And it wasn't a submission. It was just like simple neck control, collar tie, we'd call that. And then his other hand went down for a second, which what causes when your one hand is up, one hand's down. When you're on the ground, you could do a triangle. But I'm really good at flying triangles, which means I literally jump up with my legs. It's almost like a WWE move. Wrap them around your neck. One wraps around your neck and one goes under your armpit. And then they connect, which causes, a legitimate choke. And yeah, that was it. Yeah, I think that's the video that you saw. There's like another one from that same tournament, which that match was exactly 9 seconds. I did almost same thing, but I did an arm bar. Also, like jumped into it as well. Yeah. Against a really good guy, actually.
So what is that called? A triangle?
Flying triangle. Flying triangle choke, if you want to say the full name, choke. But yeah, flying triangle.
So we were talking about your origins. So you started going at 12.
Yes.
You started obviously
Well,
gaining.
jiu-jitsu at 12, but I did do Greco wrestling prior to that as well in Ukraine.
You did Greco wrestling?
Yeah,
Oh,
Greco-Roman wrestling. So it's upper body throws only. Like you
Yeah.
cannot do any no trips, no double legs, no single legs, just straight throws.
I was just we were just talking about this before the podcast about how fucking dude, wrestling to me is like diet jujitsu.
In a way.
You know, because all you got to do is pin. And I was like arguing with this with my friend, and the funny thing is like that same friend, like he kept trying to. He's one of those people who like only hits you up to brag about some shit. You know, I have two friends like that. I had another friend. He's like, I was writing a stand-up bit about this. He would call me. I'd be like, yo, what's new, man? He's like, yeah, you know, I got my pilot's license and I can jump out of the plane at the same time. I'm just like, well, if I need a fucking Polish James Bond, I'll, if anybody hits me up for that, I'll let him know. With a fucking
What the fuck?
With a fucking
He flies you up. Look what else I could do. He jumps out of the plane. What the fuck?
Where'd the plane go?
Dude, one time we were hanging out. He came by here, and he was like supposed to like say like today, like we're here, we're at 1. I'm chilling at my house, and say it was at 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's fucking 1:30. Where is this guy? You know what this fucking dork was doing? He just learned. He read an entire book on how to pick locks and bought a lock picking kit. He was trying to pick my lock. So he's here since 1 trying to pick my fucking lock.
I guess the book didn't work out for him the way
I
he
know.
wanted
What the
to.
fuck was that about? He was trying to like break in to show you, like, look what I did.
Yeah,
Oh, what
yeah.
an asshole.
Look what I can do. You know?
An asshole.
And fucking and then the last thing he did was what the fuck was he told me that because he's got some he's on the autistic spectrum. He's not social, and he hasn't had a girl in like 10 years. And I called him up, like, oh, so how's it going again? Let me hear it. Let me hear what fucking weird thing you're into now. He said, oh man, I rode my bike from Arlington Heights to Wisconsin and back. And you know what I did?
Cool.
You know what I did? You know what I did to brag? I'm like, yeah, I didn't do that. Because I got a family, I got a wife. I didn't do. That's what I'm proud of. That I didn't that I'm not at that level of depression and meaningless life to do some shit like that. But
That would have been funny. If I was you, I'd probably say some bullshit like, oh yeah, you know what, the other month actually, I was like wanted to test I decided to be like David Goggins, and I went to Minnesota and back actually. Yeah, it took me a week, but I did it. I would have said some BS like that to him. Just to see his reaction. Imagine him hearing that you went to Minnesota and back.
Dude, I fuck with him like that sometimes. He like,
because I feel like he'd believe this stuff.
Yeah, he gets fucking mad. One time I think, like, we went fishing and he gave me like his Polish grandfather's fucking fishing pole, which is like the first fucking. It's like if you play Pokemon, it's like a fucking stick with a string. It's an old piece of shit. So we went fishing. I caught 5 fish with this fucking stick and string, and he had like a professional Bass Pro Shop. Yeah, he didn't catch shit, and he's so fucking mad. I remember the thing he got the most mad about. He's just like, because I was keeping all the fish. I didn't know, dude. I'm fucking weird. I didn't know you shouldn't eat fish from Lake Michigan because it's fucking polluted. So I was like frying everything in my air fryer. I'm like, dude, if you put the right seasoning, you could fry a turd in there and it'll taste good. So I was keeping all the fish, and he's like, you can't keep that. I'm like, why? He's like, that's like 24 inches. It's supposed to be 26. I'm like, so what? You're afraid the fish police are gonna pop out of the bushes? Like, he's like, no. I respect the sport. I'm like, all right, here, 24 inches. I just stretched the fucking fish to 26. And we kept that shit.
Valid point. Actually, it's like a life hack for a fisherman. So, fisherman, if you heard this, just stretch your fish. You're good to go.
Just break that spine.
Well,
it won't be flopping around anymore.
Actually,
it'll flop around at a 90 degree angle when that spine is broken.
Oh my God.
my dad was always growing up. He was always fishing in Lake Michigan, always, and he almost never brought anything fucking home because he knew like it was disgusting.
Yeah.
But when he got out of prison. So we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
we got out of prison.
Whole nother episode.
We decided to go fishing in Wooddale, this little place called Songbird, and it's just kind of hidden away. It's in the trees and shit. Yeah. So we're fishing there, and sure enough, the cop comes around, and he gives him a ticket for keeping the smaller fish because my dad was just throwing them in a little bucket. I mean, my dad, the funniest thing was, he looked at me, he goes, "Can you believe all the shit I did in my life? I come out, I'm a peaceful man, now this motherfucker gives me a ticket for this?" He goes, you know the amount of shit I did in my life? It was a fucking funny moment to me, because he was literally saying, like, I fucking did terrible things in my life, and now I'm trying to be peaceful, and they're fucking with me about this fish?
That's what they do.
And it's a $120 ticket for fucking fish.
But yeah, I'm rambling on a tangent. But so my friend who was saying like wrestling's better and all that shit and lifting's better. I went to Planet Fitness. I rocked that shit, and I'm just like, all right, dude, I fucking went lifting with you.
I maxed out on the massage chair at Planet Fitness and the pizza on Friday.
Did you max out to the point where it was a free special ending? And was it a dude or
what if there is? You put a coin in, a little robotic arm comes out.
Yeah.
Robot arm.
You get to pick the voice too. Hello, this is Morgan Freeman.
Narrating it.
Let me tell you how great masturbation is in life.
Oh,
I thrust slowly until he busts his load all over the chair.
But I was arguing. I'm like, dude. Now I went lifting with you. Let's fucking do some jiu-jitsu. And he never went with me to this day.
I'm not surprised.
He's fucking like, he's got such an, you know what I'm talking about. But
wait, are you talking about?
I was talking. The guy who was doing all this lockpicking shit. That's
different.
John.
No, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, I'm talking about Meathead Mike now. About how, and like every time
does he listen to this, by the way?
I don't know. Maybe he does.
Okay.
I have no idea. If he does, he can tell me in the jiu-jitsu gym. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But so yeah. You start off.
The gym I prefer not to name at the moment.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean, like, what is? I want to know. The biggest thing I wanted to ask was there any fights that you've gotten into where like how you would compare pre-jiu-jitsu and post-jiu-jitsu?
I mean, honestly, I've always been like doing martial arts, especially grappling specific martial arts.
What other martial arts have you done? You said Greco wrestling.
I've done a lot, but like my base was Greco-Roman wrestling. So I kind of always and I did some boxing here and there. So I kind of always knew how to fight a little bit because everyone in my town just knew how to fight. Everybody was like either master of sport or like candidate to be master of sports in some kind of martial art. By the time they're like 15, 16 years old. You know, which I moved when I was 12, but even at that age, you know, everyone knew how to fight. Everybody, and on top of that, everybody also plays soccer, which I was never a soccer guy, but fighting wise, always was doing it. So, what else I've done? You're saying, honestly, man, I've kind of been through all of it. Like, I mean, I did some judo, I did a little bit of sambo, but again, I'm really a jiu-jitsu guy.
So Muay Thai.
What's sambo?
I've done a lot of striking. I call it striking. So Muay Thai, but I'm not like a Muay Thai guy either. You know, when I would strike, I would mix it all together because
Muay Thai is like more legs, right?
No, it's everything. You could do everything in it, but legally. But they're known for their kicks, knees, and elbows. But their punches aren't bad when you're talking high level guys. But obviously, they're not boxers. You know, like they're not gonna box like boxers. Doesn't mean they don't know how to throw a strike, but their style is just different. But it's very effective. But if you're an average Joe, you're better off doing like some boxing and Muay Thai together because they probably won't like teach you too much like how to properly throw a punch. Because the amount of times I see like coaches at these like recreational gyms like hold pads for people and people are doing awfully terrible form and they've been training for years. And a lot of people, they're not self-conscious that they're doing something wrong either. You know, they just trust in a coach and coach is like been through it. Coach like whatever, throw your 1-2 jab cross, high kick, and that's it. But if you really want to learn to properly throw hands, definitely do boxing. Because at any boxing gym, they will be teaching you how to actually throw punches, which that's something
I did boxing when I was 15.
Okay.
14 and 15, and then they did, you know,
they always
show me that I was constantly throwing punches in a way that was gonna break my fucking wrist.
Yeah, and there's always some kind of mistake you'll do no matter how long you fight for. But that's one thing. If you want to learn how to actually punch, even if you do it just for yourself, again, most Muay Thai schools will not teach you to punch the best. They'll show you a few times, but they're not gonna be as critical of it as boxing schools will be. Even if you're an average Joe, you know, even if you do it just for yourself.
Do you think? I mean, have you gotten in any fights where you had to use your skills?
Yeah, but honestly, I'm not too big on fighting outside the gym, just because I know what violence really like, and I don't want to. I really don't want any piece of it, really, as much as I know.
And somebody grabs a fucking bottle and cracks it over your head or some shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I always make sure not to put myself in those situations, But yeah, I've had few instances where and luckily for me, they all went well. I never quote unquote lost in a street fight, but I don't think I'm unbeatable or something. I was just like, I'm just smart. I think that's what it is. I'm just,
Especially,
or maybe I'm just not that dumb, you know. But
especially you don't know nowadays, like 10 or 15
nowadays,
dudes come from behind the alley.
Oh yeah.
And
some dude with a Blue Lives Matter sticker is gonna pull out a gun on you. You know, like I don't need to fight. I'm gonna move my ass.
See, I hate guys like that, because me personally, like my, you know, like my concealed carry license will come in any minute, but I have a few guns. You know, I love guns, but a lot of people with guns are like, from what I've seen, like especially like the so-called rednecks, as they like to call them, they don't use them for wrong purpose, but like when you're a gun owner, let's say somebody disrespects you or your wife or whatever, you don't pull out a gun. You pull out a gun when you have no other way to, when you cannot run away from the situation.
It's the last resort.
And there's the last resort, dude. Like the last thing when there's not, when you know, when your life or your loved one's life is in danger, then you could, you know, like pull out. And when you pull out, you better be ready to use it, not just pull it out, to be honest with you. But man, most gun owners, they're not like that. And it's not just gun owners, just most people, our egos are too high as people. It's just all of us, really. Because if somebody, let's say, smacks you, they're gonna be, I have to shoot this guy. No, if he smacked you and he went away, you can't shoot him. Realistically, it's not smart. Because then guess what? Imagine all the lawyer bills
There's
and everything.
rules.
But most people will want to do that because they're like, well, he smacked me, I need to do something about it. I'm a man, you know. But realistically, like,
dude, I was writing a bit about this for stand-up, about how every fucking white dude's dream with a gun is that whole scene from American History X. They're like, man, I can't wait till I hope he's black when he like
the curb stops.
Yeah. They're fucking hoping for that to happen. And the funny thing is, because this is real life, it's probably going to be some morbidly obese redneck. They're going to roll their fucking ankle trying to shuffle for where their gun is.
Yes.
They're going to fall down the stairs, and it's probably going to end up just being like their fat wife looking for a cheeseburger at 4 a.m. You know, like
probably. It's
not even going to be someone breaking in. I worked with a fucking crazy motherfucker. I don't know if I talk. No, I don't think I mentioned it on this podcast. I used to work at a logistics company.
Oh, okay.
I'm never fucking gonna work at that again. It's a pyramid scheme. We bitch about every fucking show about jobs, so I'm not gonna.
Because it always gets back to it.
Yeah,
it always does.
It's a big part of your life.
You myself, I
spent half of your day there.
For this for long, like not that long, but I worked. I worked from like a carrier side. Carrier side is like the trucking side, right? Because there's the broker side. And then there's the brokers are the ones that sell, you know, loads. Yeah, they
like
sell
full commission.
Yeah, they sell. Yeah, and I was working for commission actually too from each load, which was good. That's what was making really good money.
Yeah.
For a good amount of time, but then trucking business started going down, and then I was working with owner operators. Owner operators, for people who don't know, are, you know, drivers that own their own semi truck, and they can choose what load they want, what load they don't want.
Yeah.
And they have unrealistic expectations. They don't know anything about market, and you have to explain it to them that it's a good load. And then after all day offering loads to them, then they'll want the load that you offered them to them in the morning, which is not available anymore. And then you're the bad guy. It's always the dispatcher's fault. So I was a dispatcher, or AKA logistics coordinator, if you want to make it sound fancy.
Yeah.
That's what I was for like almost 2 years. Not 2 years, but like somewhere around 2 years. But
I did it
no
exactly,
more.
yeah, for
That's
2
what
years.
you did?
I did it for 2 years. Yeah, it was I don't even know if I should say the company name, but they fucking hire anybody off the street.
Really?
Anybody off the street.
It's hard for.
There was a guy from England.
For what position, if you don't mind me asking?
So here's this trick that they had. They would hire you at the bottom. So I started call services.
Okay.
But then what they did was, if you were like, what's the word, like, you had a lot of good skills, they would promote you really, really quick, like regularly, so that they never have to give you the 6-month review raise. So I got moved from call service to account coordinator, account manager, salesman, broker, LTL coordinator, and I was still making $13 an hour because they never I never got to the 6 months for that new position.
So you worked for the broker side, but that was some pyramid scheme shit for real. Cause like usually, like I mean, I worked like for legit stuff. Where I worked, it was legit. It was no pyramid scheme, nothing. You know, like they still try to fuck you over, but that's not a pyramid scheme. It's a legitimate business though that I was doing. Where I was at least. Dude, that's crazy though.
I was just telling one of the guys that I was at the roast battle with. His name's Adam Quazillo. He's the fucking roast master general of Chicago. I see him on every roast, and he's awesome. He used to work there too with me, and I was just telling him that I actually had a panic attack. They fucking took me out in an ambulance, but I didn't have health insurance. I go, no, don't call the ambulance. Don't call. So the fucking one of the high salesmen just walks up to me, I'm like laying on the couch, like shaking, trying to like do breathing exercise. Yeah. He just throws 100. He's like, take a cab home, take the day off. Like that's the kind of motherfuckers are there, dude. It was so okay. There was so many fuck things. There was, I don't think I mentioned this, or maybe I did with Chris for the work episode. I don't know, but there was like,
I don't think I remember that.
So there was so I'll just go over it again. But there was like so many weird things. Like there was you know how they have those cheesy office parties where they're like, hey, let's do a putt-putt challenge, or let's have a raffle, or let's have a hot wings challenge at the end of the month, right? They would do these fucking things, and at what the fuck was I getting at? Like they didn't let you have any. It would have an event like flyer, and it said no spouses allowed, because all the salesmen used to like fucking slap guys' wives' asses and shit. They would grope them and shit, and because they'd fucking.
Sounds like a classy place.
They even like every time they got a sale, they would go do a line of coke in the bathroom to celebrate. Yeah. And it was like Wolf of Wall Street.
That's crazy.
And one of the things that made, dude, this shit made me laugh my ass off. So I work with this bitch Tanya. Mm-hmm. I can't explain what she looked like. She kind of reminded me of, Clerks. Yeah. Her name's like Rosario Dawson. She's like the Puerto Rican chick. She's in the movie Kids too.
Yeah. So I know who you're talking about.
She kind of looked like her, and so here's what's crazy. When you work in logistics at the company that I worked at, it was nationwide, like internationally known. Yeah. So they had a software made just for that company. Yeah. So like if I was like, all right, I have to deal with Vitaliy, and he's from the Portland branch. Yeah. I have to look up your name, and then it has like a picture of you, and then like your information. So this bitch worked at the Vegas branch because she told me she used to do like taxes for a law firm, and she used to like deliver the taxes to Wayne Newton every day. So she's at this logistics company in Vegas. She sees this Russian dude. I remember him. He's like 7 foot tall. He listens to like behemoth, like Satanist metal, and he started hitting on her through the work chat, asking like, so do you like to get spanked? Like shit like that. And she's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm into. So she fucking moved from Vegas to Chicago because she wanted to get spanked.
Nice.
And you know what the funniest thing was? When I talked, like I like randomly had to communicate with him. Yeah. Because he's in the Chicago branch. Yeah. And he told me some weird shit in the chat. He's like, hey, ask Tanya. He's like, are you the guy that works with Tanya now? I'm like, yeah. He goes, ask Tanya if what kind of belt she likes, because I'm buying her a present. And it was like a joke. It was like, because she's going to get fucking spanked later. And she's like, oh, that guy's so stupid. And then she told me this whole fucking story. And I'm like, so you're still with him? She goes, no, I'm dating a Polish guy now. He was too violent. I'm trying to picture the sex with her. Just, fucking bitch, are you into this?
Just like wife beating at that point. Probably like.
And the thing that made me laugh my ass off the most was, when you're in that system,
there was no sex. He just viciously beat her.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. I feel like he finished himself off later.
When do we move on from the belt to knives?
Like, oh god!
But he just got her tied up. He's throwing axes at her. The fuck is this?
I didn't ask for this. No, but the thing that made me laugh my ass off was like they took your picture for that messenger app when you first started at the company. So when she was in fucking Vegas. Because she was like, I don't know if she was like Ecuadorian or Dominican Republic, but she had like a really like a curly fro, and like she looked like Annie with a tan, basically. Yeah. And so when I met her, she had like as short hair as you. So I was like, man, was that Russian dude pulling some hairs out till she's got bald spots?
Oh my god!
But anyways,
valid point.
What was I getting into? Because you were talking about guns. There was a guy in my after I had a panic attack, I was like, I gotta start looking for a new job. So they fucking moved me to LTL. Okay. Because LTL is easy as shit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
For people who don't know, LTL
every truckload. That's what it stands for.
Yeah.
It's like a partial load essentially.
And everything is tracked. Like there's no fucking reason for it. Basically, there's a chip on every skid or a barcode. So you just sit there and click verify all day. You know. Yeah. So I was the only other white dude in this branch. There were all these there's 20 black girls that were all from Brownsville, Chicago, and they all lived around each other. So I talked to this one white guy that's there because I didn't fit in, and dude, he was a straight up January 6th guy. He was a gun nut. He was telling me about he's got a bunker full of pickled fruits and shit because there's gonna be a race war. And I don't
believe in that stuff.
He was fucking crazy.
That's insane.
He would what the fuck would he, randomly he'd walk up and he'd be like, yo, you can legally own a tank. And I'm like,
you can.
So why don't you?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, because you got to get it modified so the tread is rubber. I'm like, well, I'm sure it's a bitch to parallel park with that thing, so I'm good. and then another day he's like, you can. So the reason why I started talking to him was because he was telling me about hunting, and I was trying to get into hunting.
Okay.
He thought I was some because I dress I have metal shirts and metal bands and shit. So he thought I was some bitchy Antifa guy who's super liberal and stuff.
Left side and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was testing me to see if I'd go hunting with him. I'm like, yeah. What do I got to do? Well, first you got to get a FOID card. All right, got it. 2 weeks later, so now you got to get a hunter's license. All right, got it. And then when I started telling him about these Satanist bands that I listen to, he's like, I don't know if I want to be with you alone with a gun. He's like, you're gonna fucking cut me up and put me on stage in your band, But one day he told me, he's like, so here's the funniest thing. I didn't know. Have you ever gone hunting before?
No, I haven't.
So there's really strict fucking rules when you go hunting. It's funny how they talk about people on the left are so picky and so tedious. Hunting is tedious as fuck. If you want to hunt deer, you got to get tags. You can only go from this week to this week, and it's 5 days, and you can only use this type of gun, a single shot. It's incredibly tedious. So he told me, he goes, he's like, I got a buddy who owns private land, and he's got sheep, and coyotes keep
I thought I was going to take a different direction. We got all these sheep.
They got tight ass pussies.
You can come out here with the boys.
Yeah. When you shave them, man, they look like they're right off the boat.
Feels like the real thing, I'll tell you.
But he's like, yeah, so we can shoot these coyotes in because coyotes are considered rodents under law. You can kill them any way you want. Yeah. You could fucking run after them naked with a fucking Rambo knife if you want.
Oh, that's quite the imaginary.
So I'm like, well, shit. When can I go? Whatever. And he goes,
can you go hunting naked with a knife like a Rambo?
No, you know what's the funniest thing? Because he's obviously super fucking alt-right and shit. Uh-huh. It's funny because they always say alt-right are insensitive. I got him almost to tears angry because I was telling him how stupid I think pickups are.
Yeah.
I'm like, pickups only exist in America.
Yeah.
I went to fucking Europe. When I was in Poland, there's a guy hauling hay with a Honda Civic in a trailer.
Yes.
Nobody fucking pickups are they're dick compensators.
Pickups are the America.
And I was telling him why do you gotta own a pickup? And he's like, cause I drive outside the land, then I have a dirt bike, and then I quietly ride out there. I'm like, why don't you just go hunting on the dirt bike? He's like, where the fuck am I gonna put the deer? I'm like, you fucking slice it up and tie it around you like a cape, and when you're going back,
That's a good. I can picture that.
You got you got deer skin flopping behind you like a large slice of bologna.
Yeah,
but
as you're riding on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
I just picture. Remember the scene in Freddy Got Fingered where he finds the dead deer on the side of the road, so he wears it.
Yeah.
Imagine wearing it, fucking riding your dirt bike back home.
Yeah. He's got a face covered in blood. Oh my god. But anyways, so one day he whispered in my ear. He goes, "Yeah, coyotes are rodents. You can legally make pipe bombs if they're stamped by the ATF." And I'm like, why the fuck would you make pipe bomb? This guy is straight up the Highland Park shooter, And I'm just like, why would you want to make? And he's like, cause man, you throw it at those coyotes, see them blow up. And it's literally like that South Park episode. It's coming right for us, and they throw a grenade.
Wait, which one was that one?
It was one of the first ones where they go hunting with What the fuck? There's that one like beast. It's like a minotaur, but it has Patrick Duffy for a leg.
Oh my god, yeah, I do vaguely remember
it's
that.
Like the first season, but the fuck was it? Anyways, so yeah, I never really got into. I know you're seeing into guns, but
yeah, they're fun. Like in sense, like hobby wise, it's a fun thing. But obviously, you don't want to be a crazy person. Like since I own them, whatever not. But like I would not actually want to ever get to use them outside the fun purposes. Like fun purposes, like going shooting, practicing some drills. Like because when I go shooting, I don't just go to basic range. If I don't have enough time, then I would go basic range. But usually I like going there doing some drills, and stuff like that. So it makes it more fun anyways, and it makes you a better shooter. But I don't...
Wait, do you mind me asking what guns you own?
I mean, I don't have that many myself yet. But I have like a IWI Masada, which is 9mm striker pistol. That one is literally used by the Israeli Special Forces, Masada, Masada. That's like the one that like is truly mine. But then we have other guns in my house. But the one that I'm really excited about that I will be ordering soon is a Staccato. Staccato is like the Rolls Royce of guns. Yeah. Like they have different Staccatos, obviously.
Is that a handgun?
Yes, that's the gun that John Wick was using in his movie.
Okay.
But that thing costs anywhere depending what kind of trim you get and what kind exactly you get. Because they have like ones that are meant for carrying. They have like bigger ones, which I'm gonna get the XC, which is the bigger one. It's like a full-on military size one almost.
Yeah.
But that one is definitely gonna be pricey. It's gonna be like around $3,000. But I'm excited for that one because you could customize it. You put like your own little thing. Man, the first time I held Staccato, I knew I was in love. Like I'm not a crazy guy about guns, but like I definitely enjoy them. But man, Staccato is gonna be a very cool thing.
I have a Beretta M9.
But we have a Beretta in my house too. That's my mom's gun, although she can't handle it. So I will tell you, to be honest with you, it's a bit too much of a kickback for her.
I just got a Ruger 9.
Ruger 9 is a good one.
It's
we also
basic.
Yeah, but you can't go wrong with those. The one thing I don't own is a Glock, but I will get myself a Glock fairly soon as well. But I'll get like a conversion kit for it from Tactical brand.
I didn't know shit about guns when I went to the range, and mine.
Did you knew at least the safety stuff?
Yeah. Well,
that's the most important.
Well, I took the, I got the FOI card. I took the hunter's license, which, dude, hunter's license. Do you know what that is?
I know what that is, but I never took course for it.
It's so ridiculous. I mean, obviously, you can Google all the answers to pass it, but they teach you how to fucking load a muzzle loader. You know what that is? Those fucking 1700 muskets.
Those like. Oh my god!
Where you have like a
put the gunpowder in?
And it's because there's like a pretentious hunter scene that just goes hunting with muzzle loaders. And the funny thing is that there's a bunch of rednecks. There's videos online.
Do they show up in a Model T as well, or by horseback?
Dude, they fucking ride on their hairy wives as a horse. But they have like, there's funny videos because like they show you that if you have a muzzle loader, you have to, like, the way it works. You know those. I'm gonna fuck this up, so people are gonna shit on me who are gun experts. But do you remember those cap guns that are?
Those are awesome.
But not the ones that are plastic. The ones that have a paper, and there's like sulfur. They're really
like the ones you put like a revolver kind, where you put like inside and then like pops, it makes the sound.
Yeah,
I used to play with those in Ukraine all the time.
But but it's not the one with the plastic circle. It's the one that was like a sheet of paper and there's little dots.
I never had those, but it's like the cooler version of the. Yeah.
Well, it looks like that because
I think those were a little louder too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so that's how a muzzle loader works. But you have to load it up with the exact mixture. So there's all these videos with rednecks doing it, and they're fucking. They I'm not joking. They shoot it and it blows their face off.
Nice.
Because they fucking like stuffed it too much, and then it just goes off like right in front of it. It's fucking hilarious. But
gun safety 101.
When he was gonna take, so here's the other funny part. When that guy was gonna take me hunting, and then he's like, "Oh no, never mind. You're fucking crazy. I'm not taking you." So then I was like, "Well, dude, I was so hyped up about going hunting."
He had you get a Ford card. He had you get a hunter's license. What else he had you get? Was that it? I mean, that's quite a bit actually, because that shows. I don't know, man.
Well, originally I got a compound bow because I thought compound bows were cooler than guns. Okay. And the other thing was,
if you're going hunting, you might as well use stuff like that. That's kind of like more unique than just a basic gun.
Yeah. And he was
Fucking Phil shows up with ninja stars.
I wouldn't be
What are you doing?
surprised.
dude, fucking Beverly Hills Ninja with, right? But
Modern ninja.
but fucking what like I got a compound, like half the reason why I got a compound bow because I was like I had that American History X fantasy, dude. If somebody broke in here, imagine how badass. And they still haven't done this in a movie. If somebody came out with a bunch of fucking arrows in their chest, like
Like the old cowboy and Indian
Oh, man.
movies.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like I was watching Lord of the Rings, like all 3 movies, the series, like a few days ago. My girlfriend, I put her on, and now you got me thinking about this one guy. I forgot his name. He got killed in like the second movie, and then it was all because of arrows. He was like beating up all the orcs, but then one orc was shooting him from like a distance with arrows.
Yeah.
So you're gonna look like that guy coming out the room. Like,
Oh, I know what you're
done
talking
fighting
about.
Orcs.
It's like the end of the movie almost. The end scene, right?
Yeah, the end scene. It was the end scene.
They're
Yeah,
in, like,
he-
the
he was,
forest.
he was like the son of the king.
They're
of
mostly
one
in
of
the
the
forest.
kingdoms.
Well, the thing was like I just felt I got a compound bow before I got a gun because I was like I don't want to get a gun. Like I'm Wild Phil. I'm gonna do some crazy shit. Like I'm gonna fucking like my neighbor's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna shoot it off, like shoot his light bulb off because he didn't turn it on. Like I'm gonna do some crazy shit. So I didn't want to get a gun. And actually, I'm so
Tuxedo
wild.
Cat.
I'm actually so wild. I don't know where it is because my wife hid it.
I don't blame her. I
Something
don't
one of
blame
these
her.
things.
So fucking so the funny thing was like I was like looking at like other options as well other than a compound bow. He was kind of telling me the crazy fucking gun nut race war guy. He was telling me he's like don't get a crossbow because people think that's like pussy shit. So you know what I was gonna get that I thought was hilarious was do you remember
English bow?
you remember fucking GoldenEye the video game?
Yeah.
All right.
Like the N64 one?
Yeah. Do you remember that RPG?
I'm just not too big on video games overall, honestly.
Yeah. But you know the RPG 900?
Damn, I don't remember all the guns.
It was the fastest machine gun. It was like shaped like a rectangle, and it fucking like shoots crazy. It's just the fast. It literally is the fastest machine gun like ever made.
No.
So it shoots like crazy, and it's like handheld. It's not like a 50 cal. They made a BB gun that shoots BBs that fast.
That's great.
Oh, the plastic BBs?
Like
See,
no, like
The regular BBs? Oh, okay.
I'm
So-
also into airsofting, so maybe I should try that out if that thing shoots.
So what I was laughing at was like, dude, if somebody broke in my house,
Just fucking
they fucking coming
just
out.
leave a little welts all over their body.
Dude, well, no, they'd have to get like 2,000 pellets surgically removed. They would fucking kill me afterwards. they look like those tattoos in Black Panther. They just have a bunch of fucking welts.
Oh yeah.
But oh man, anyway, so I ended up getting a compound, and weirdly, I'm not a cocky fucking person. Like dude, I'm overweight. I do okay in sports. I'm a strong motherfucker, but I don't brag a lot. When I went to, it's called Blackwell Forest in Illinois.
Okay.
They have an outdoor range. It's open all year round. Dude, I fucking went there. First time that I went there, I got like 3 inches from the bullseye at I think it was like 70 yards
Oof.
every fucking time
That's really good, man.
With what?
That's really impressive.
with a compound bow.
Oh, with the bow. Nice.
Yeah, with a fucking bow.
That's impressive.
Because the cool I forgot to get to this. So here's what's funny. So after I talked to this fucking maniac with his blowing up coyotes and shit, you know what else he told me? Do you guys know what tannerite is?
No.
Tannerite it's like gunpowder, but it doesn't do the damage.
Okay.
So what it's used for
It's
is
kind of like shooting blanks, essentially.
yeah, it's just really fucking loud.
Okay.
So they use it for I think they may use
Like
it for
movies?
fireworks. Yeah,
Maybe.
I know what they use it for is like they'll herd deer into a certain area, and then if they start going, say they're going left, they have a tannerite like barrel there that they shoot off. So then they get scared, they run the other way, and then they can shoot them there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the laziest form of fucking hunting, but
Well, they're just
so.
fucking up their hearing.
Yeah. So what this guy was doing, he was telling me he shoots off tannerite barrels because it puts the coyotes into shock, and then he just shoots them in the head point blank. So, anyways, I was talking to him, and I forgot that he was talking about he has a guy on private land. You can kill him anyway because they're rodents. So I'm like, dude, honestly, my whole life from watching James Bond movies, from watching fucking Scarface. I wanted an AK-47. Funny thing was, at Cabela's, the only AK-47 they had that was new, not used, was pink. I'm like, dude, I'm getting that shit, man. I'm gonna look
for the vest, you said?
Huh?
At Cabela's, you said?
Yeah. A pink fucking AK, like a woman's fucking. I'm gonna get like a neon ski mask, and be like the gay gang.
Imagine getting killed
Show
by
up in that little that Borat little fucking green suit.
Yeah.
feeling it. Oh my
The fuck is this guy doing?
Very nice.
Very nice. I like.
I was
Just blow some animal's head off. Wow, wee wah.
some of those guys are just they just want to kill something. That's really what it
Yeah,
is.
No,
I
dude,
don't get that.
I worked with a guy like that. At my last job, it always comes back to work. No, I work with this fucking redneck who he literally, like, he had a speech impediment. He was telling me how slavery wasn't that bad. He was telling me how fucking he's a total like redneck. And he I'm like, what are you doing this weekend? He's like, oh, I'm probably gonna shoot some prairie dogs. I'm like, prairie dog. Like, what is that like? What are they? He's like, they're kind of like beavers, I guess. They're kind of like squirrels. I'm like, so what do you do? You like, how do you eat them? You make it like jalapeno poppers? He's like, no, you don't really eat them. They got diseases. I'm like, so why you do it? He's like, it's relaxing and blow off their heads.
Well, here, what we did do when we had a pellet gun back in the day, all the rats that would run across in the alley in Chicago, we would try to fucking pop them. But I was just remembering this recently on the subject of this. You remember those Hot Wheels go-kart tracks? They had little motorized wheels, and you put the car and would just go in circles for like 20, 30 minutes.
And you have that little gun?
No, not a gun. No, it's literally... It has nothing to do with guns.
Tracks that where
it was a track
go in a certain direction.
Yeah, and it had like a little wheels that spun.
Yes,
you put a battery in it, and it would just push the car through, and it would go through this whole thing, and it would just keep going.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking, my dad had a friend that came over, and I was playing with that when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I had the cart going, and I stopped it. I put a fly inside. And just took him for a fucking ride of his life, and that hit my buddy's, my dad's friend. He looks at me and he goes, "You put a fly in there?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "So he's been going around this like the last 10, 15 minutes?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You're gonna be fucked up when you get older." He's like, "You're gonna be fucking twisted." But in my mind, I remember thinking like, this fly gets to experience something that no other fly is gonna experience. Just put him in his little cart for like 10 minutes.
He's gonna tell his fly
going through the track.
He's gonna fucking hurl.
I told my son that, and he just goes, "Why?" Like, it was cool. I thought it was cool. I put him in the little shark car. Remember the little shark one?
Yeah.
Let's put him in the little Hot Wheel car right in the seat. Like, you're about to fucking go on the ride of your life, bro. Just let him go for 10 minutes.
Dude, the weirdest fucking thing I did, like, it's funny because it's bizarre. If you can paint the picture well, it's fucking hilarious. So like, when I grew up in Chicago, I grew up in front of this forest preserve field where all the local like park district soccer practices would be in front of my house. Mm-hmm. And it was just this field. And like, dude, I remember like, I don't know, this is fucking weird. I'm gonna be like that movie Powder. Whenever it fucking thunderstormed, I would just run out
in the basement.
I'd run out in my underwear and just fucking like roll around in the fucking rain and in mud puddles and shit.
Sounds like my golden retriever.
So here's what's like it was like a Sunday morning, like nobody was out there, whatever the fuck. And my mom's boyfriend, he had this like it wasn't mean, but it was a badass German Shepherd.
Right.
And I went to go outside to play fetch with it. So I just ran out there in my underwear because I'm like, fucking nobody's here. We're just playing fetch. And
playing fetch in underwear with the German Shepherd. I mean, just imagine your neighbors looking out there.
Playing fetch.
Here's the film.
I know.
Stay away from that kid.
He had a jar of peanut butter with him. Come on, where are you going?
No,
fetch.
dude. You know what I had?
Phil, what are you doing? My damn dog.
You know what I fucking had? Worse than peanut butter. Okay. So first, I tried to I had this AC/DC shirt. I tried putting the shirt on him, but then I forgot to put his front paws through the shirt. So there's just this fucking dog running around like it has no arms on his hind legs with an AC/DC shirt.
He's rocking out, man.
And then I didn't have any. I didn't have any food to throw to him because I didn't know where my mom put the dog food. So I had flaming hot Cheetos. and I was throwing those out. So you just had this fucking dog running around like it's got no arms, going ha, because its fucking mouth is burning. So it was just bizarre. I was just picturing somebody looking outside like, what's that weird kid in his underwear doing again? It looks like his dog is having a stroke.
Dude, when we were kids, me and my cousin, he had this fucking dog that was very aggressive, like not cool at all. Like if you play with him, he had like a mood swings. You'd be fine, and then he'd just start growling at you, and he would bite you. But one day,
calm him down with peanut butter.
there was a half a fucking jalapeno on the table.
No.
And my cousin grabbed it, and he just touched the dog's butthole with it. And the dog spent the rest of the time dragging his ass on the carpet. And that was a little bit of payback.
No, dude, that shit happened with me and my 3 cats. I was fucking like during lockdown. I was bored. I was bored as fuck. So I was like, for once, I printed out a recipe, and I was trying to like go with the directions and shit. So I'm like, I think I was trying to make tacos with cayenne pepper. So I heated up the frying pan, filled it up with oil, and I forgot that it was already hot as fuck. So I'm just reading this off, and like, okay, you can do this. You can put the meat first, or you can put the hot pepper. So I just throw in the hot pepper. Dude, that shit just turned into a cloud of fucking pepper spray.
Yeah,
and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And all my cats were walking around with Chinese eyes. Like, it was fucking hilarious.
They hated living in that house.
I had the same thing. I had little habaneros, and I was making eggs, but I cut all the peppers up. So I'm frying it up, and I just remember it just became this overwhelming feeling in the house, like just cooking, coughing. My brother came out of his room. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, I'm coughing up a storm in here. I had to open all the windows in the house and the doors to let it out. I'm like, "Well, I know how to make pepper spray now." That shit was way more than I thought it would. I've always cooked peppers, but I never cooked the spicy ones that long, and I had a whole fucking thing like this of them.
So, I want to ask, like, I did jiu-jitsu in general because I'm fucking one head injury away from full retard. Like, I had so many concussions in my, like, I played rugby in college, and I'm such a fucking moron. Like, I thought I was into, like, hardcore punk and shit.
Jiu-jitsu.
Like, the whole, like...
The whole punk rap and all the whole bit. Not the rap, or rock.
Like the hooligan... the England hooligan scene where they're fucking a bunch of skinheads on a rugby team, Okay. So I thought rugby was just like a fucking mosh pit when there's actually rules, and I would just go head first into the match.
Like on purpose.
Yeah. And dude, I got 3 concussions in a week, and they're like, dude, we recommend you off the team because you're literally going to be like drooling and cross-eyed in a week. Like, so I joined jiu-jitsu because I know there's no strikes. Do you do everything though, right? You do.
I do everything, but like last few years, honestly, I kind of focused on jiu-jitsu more because I feel like for MMA myself, because I did have like dreams of becoming an MMA fighter, this and that. But honestly, like for MMA, I'd probably train 3 to 4 times a day. Then at least 3, because like one time I need like to do some kind of physical training, whether it's cardio, whether it's lifting, and then on top of that, I would need to do jiu-jitsu or some kind of grappling, like wrestling and jiu-jitsu, let's say, and a striking. So that'll take too much time for me essentially. So. And becoming pro in jiu-jitsu, I think, at least at the time, I thought it'd be a little easier. Which, to be honest with you, it's not any easier. But I've been focusing on jiu-jitsu a lot more. But the guys who are like the top of the level, they train like 3 times a day. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, consistently. They have no life. Their life is jiu-jitsu, and that is it. They don't have any full-time job. But I'm trying to make it as far as possible while having a job. Although at the moment I don't work, but I'll be starting work soon again. So it's gonna be a little tough. But I managed to usually train at least twice a day.
At the gym that we used to go to, though, you were definitely, I'd say, top 5 there?
I mean, like, there wasn't, to be honest with you, I mean, I don't really want to rank myself. I think it's, like, cocky. But out of young people, it was me and one other guy that was, like, really good. And then there was another guy that joined a little late in his life and ended up getting good. But for the most part, it wasn't really a competitor-oriented gym. I'll be honest with you. That's one thing I realized after, like, training there for so long. It's not competitor oriented. I'll be honest with you. Like the amount of days that I would come in, like, and there would just be no one at the gym, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, okay, I'll train. I'll still get work in. I wasn't, because I really wanted, but it was tough for me to push through to the next level when there's like when there's already like only 2 other guys that could really, that were like serious like me. And all the time, one of us is injured, the other one something's up, the other one's out the country. I mean, like, you can't really get training in like that.
Do you think in the new place you're at, there's a lot more challenges?
Oh, yeah. Man, like the average belt there's like purple belt, and like legitimate, not like not rushed belts, like the person is like legitimate purple, like that's the average level. Like my average roll is like there's
What's
like
your
way
belt?
harder. I'm a brown belt, so
Okay.
I'm one away from black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How long you been doing it? You said.
10.5 years.
Nice.
Yeah, 10.5 years. Yeah, and it's way better there. It's more competitor oriented. So like, you know, they have competition classes every single day, where only competitors can go there. Because in my old school, like anyone that was good enough to give some kind of a challenge would be automatically invited to a competition class. And the reason for that, I'm not trying to shit on the school, but like it's because like there was honestly a lack of people. It was just really hard because a lot of people like before I left, the coach ended up bringing like another really good guy from Kyrgyzstan. He's a beast. I mean, his wrestling was beautiful. The way he would like, this guy would take me down left and right, dude. Like it was just nothing I could do. Like on the ground, I could do some stuff, but even on the ground, he was good too. Even on the ground, it was tough. It wasn't like walk in the park by any means, but on the ground, I could do stuff to him. But takedowns, no way. This guy would just toss me around without feeling my existence, and like with no strength either. It was like beautiful the way he did it. But even then, whenever he does have connections for people like that, but then those people don't end up staying in the gym for a long time because they see it's not that serious. It is just not serious training. It's just full of average Joes that are doing it for themselves, which is perfectly fine. But you need to be able to separate competitor from those like regular people, and you cannot mix them together all the time either and call it competition training today. And then you have like a regular dude that comes from his I don't know, from his regular job, sitting in office all day, or maybe doing construction all day, and then he just wants to have like a, you know, like learn some techniques, get a few rounds in of rolling, and then go home, call it a day, you know. And then he tries to mix it people like that, you know, average Joes with like fighters, and then fighters maybe beat the regular Joe up really badly.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, regular Joe doesn't come back, and then fighter will not come back either to the gym, because what is he gonna do training with average Joe there?
Yeah.
What's the benefit of that for him? And like
you just beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, and like but that's not how you actually get better, you know. Like where I go now, like we start in bad positions all the time. We get tapped all the time. Every belt level gets tapped there all the time because you start in you start in the worst case scenarios and you go from there, you know. And I was a bit worried because in the old place, I was kind of brainwashed in a way into thinking that like, if you go to other gyms, people are mean, they'll try to hurt you. Bro, I went there with a torn meniscus, partially torn.
To the new one.
To the new place. And which is Seraphin Jiu-Jitsu. If you guys are wondering, it's in Chicago. Seraphin Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, yeah. Jeff Seraphin is a head coach there.
Where is that?
It's in, it's not Chicago. It's Skokie.
Right?
Yeah.
What's the closest intersection?
It's off of Tui. It's on
Okay.
Tui. It's on Tui, basically.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And there's like
I might have seen it. Isn't that close to the Shure factory?
I don't know.
Over there, there's
Like
a Shure
Tui-
microphone.
Like
place?
Tui in Milwaukee?
No, I could look up right now. It'll take me literally 1 second while we talk.
Yeah, it's all good.
But no, the professor there is great. They open me they literally like welcomed me like with open arms.
Have
And
you
like,
heard of that Gracie
great.
place in Des Plaines?
if it's a Gracie place, most of them are not good. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Most of them are not good. Like, yeah, I don't recommend.
Why
Honestly.
do you feel that? Just because they use the name?
It just turned into McDonald's. It's like McDonald's like school of jiu-jitsu. So that school, it is off of Tui and Hamlin Avenue, North Hamlin Avenue.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Or the closest big intersection to it. It's not too far off of the highway. Kind of like when you take the exit on 94, you take the exit of that on Tui, and then it's like 1 mile down.
Yeah, I know where it is.
That's where that's at, the gym.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing. I'm like one of the average Joe guys, to be honest.
No, but most of us are. That's completely normal. You know,
because when I went there, you know, I was telling, oh man, that's
I'm cool
weird.
with guests. Yeah, go ahead.
That's
Hey,
weird
buddy.
though. He's the most scared.
Yeah,
He's a little bitch.
it's okay.
We called his name Steve, but when we first got him, his
Steve.
name's fucking Lafayette. I'm like, yeah, he
Lafayette.
walks like a Lafayette.
Oh, he's a skinny boy too. He's so skinny. Did he starve him or something?
Just named him Steve.
I'm joking. No, by the way, cats are perfectly fine in this house. This is if I was a cat, I'd want to live here actually. So the cats are fine here. He's definitely a very skinny cat. Like my cat, she's a bit chubby. Like she's not fat, but she used to be fat at one point. But then when we got my dog, she would eat less because she was like in stress. Because my cat, she's not friendly at all towards other humans or cats. She would only be friendly to me and my mom. That's it. So,
Dude, speaking of cats, like I don't want to be mean or anything, but I listen to all these fucking meatheads like Joe Rogan who talk about, you know, women in sports and shit, right? And then today I go to see my kids. It was my kid's first like pre-training before his first match.
yeah.
And now I like it because they're being more open. It's a boys wrestling team, but but there's a lot of girls on it because they just want and they there's not enough to make a girls wrestling team. They just go on the boys wrestling team, and dude, it was like watching my cats fight. It was not like it was just like
I mean,
I was just watching closely. I'm like, you could tell she really wants to just pull her hair, like all the fucking videos online, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't do that. No, you got to pin them. But
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I mean, I like it that everybody's getting into it. But I mean, I don't know what the fuck I was. There's something I was gonna say. You know, like, do you think? So you're like focusing on just like.
Yeah, it's my priority.
I remember you rolled with Gordon Ryan. Did you know who he was?
Okay, it's hilarious. So at that time, which again, I wasn't like. First of all, at that time I was 17, and I got privileged to take class from Gordon Ryan without realizing it's Gordon Ryan. Listen, at that time I was his fan since like beginning 2016. So the first time he won his very first EBI Eddie Brown Invitational Championship at 175, I believe he won, or 185. And that was the very first one he won. I was his fan ever since. That's before he really blew up. But EBIs would blew him up, those kind of tournaments. It's like submission only setting.
Yeah.
But essentially, he's known for being no gi guy. He doesn't do gi, or he does very minimalistic amount of gi. Especially then, at that time, he definitely did very little.
What's that?
Gi, so kimono.
Oh,
like
okay,
taekwondo
okay.
guys wear kimono, judo guys, it's the same. Gi
Yeah.
is the kimono. And
So
no
no
gi,
gi-
you just go without like shorts and regular rash guard type of thing.
Gotcha.
You basically look like you're riding a bicycle in a race, like
Pretty much.
like shorts and the rash
Yeah,
guard,
and,
like,
and
Oh,
they're
like
pretty
the- like
flexible with
tighter?
your
Yeah.
gear, what you want, but essentially you cannot grab close. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
No gi, you cannot grab close, right? And
you know
gi
what?
can.
Quick question,
But,
because
yeah.
I know I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
No, you're
like
good.
I forgot about this,
Yes.
and I never thought about it. Can you do pressure points in jiu-jitsu?
Well, we use them all the time, but it's not like what people imagine. Oh, you put a finger there. No, first of all, we use pressure points all the time in jiu-jitsu. Like, but it's like legit stuff. It's not like we like, tap you and you go numb. It's not how it works. But we
Like
use
if I
pressure
was-
points all the time.
Bullshito.
But
Yeah.
if I'm on like one of the worst points for me, I remember a kid fucking giving me a pressure point to my temple, and I felt that shit like all day.
You can, but no, that's just your body not being conditioned to like that sort of pressure. Like for me, for example, again in my old gym, I was, I'm kind of decent at it, so I would be on offense. I'd usually be the one giving out the beating, or even when I would let people do stuff on me, they can't really do anything to me, especially at that level, at that gym. That most people are, they can't do anything to me. So it's like, I wouldn't really, my body's ability to be able to take that pressure, the beating, kind of, I got softer in that sense. So now when I went back to this gym where people are really good at surfing, and and anytime I get caught in a bad position, it sucks. And then I realized that like my body got softer because I would be the one giving out the beating most of the time, essentially. Like, not actually beating, but like, being on offense the whole time.
Yeah.
To the point where my body got softer to all the submissions. Now everything hurts a little bit. Like chokes, or like stuff like that. Like when I get put in a choke, before I remember I'd fight off like 8 deep rear naked chokes, like no problem. Like take the physicality of it, my back would be extended. Now if someone does it to me, that hurts, which is normal. I'm getting used to
Also getting older.
Yeah, that too. But I'm still young. I'm 22 though. At the end of the day, I'm not even old like that.
Oh, you're 22?
Yeah, I'm 22.
Oh, dude, I thought he was like our age.
No, I'm pretty young.
We're old bastards.
Yeah, right, old bastards. I just have a lot of friends that are a little older, so maybe that helped me.
Honestly, at the gym that I was at, like, I was one of the few older guys there.
How
right?
old are you?
35.
Oh, okay. No, you're not that old though. But no. Like the previous gym we both trained at. Yeah. So I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people like that are around your age, like mid 30s.
Yeah.
That's pretty common age. I'd say like from mid 20s to mid 30s is like the age range there. The most people, I would say, actually. It's just.
Can you get started in your 30s?
Oh please, by any means. Yeah, there's a lot of people that start in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I feel like physically, like I really want to do it. Because when I was talking to him last time, I'm like, I kind of want to do
I'll
it,
take
man.
you with, man.
But I'm saying like I'm so damn out of shape. I mean
You're gonna
I work
throw up in your
physically.
mouth.
I work physically every day. I'm up and down stairs all day, and my cardio's gotten way better in that. But I haven't hit the gym in a while, and
Listen,
I need
let me
to
tell you,
start
there's
there
no
first.
cardio preparation that could prepare you for a fighting
No.
situation.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I do cardio on the side too a little bit to supplement for my jiu-jitsu, but none of it does the justice. If I need cardio, I will start in a particular situation and try to get out of it within a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
That'll be my explosive, anaerobic cardio, and if I need
Yeah,
like some cardiovascular,
anaerobic. That exact word. Like,
yeah, because that's what really gets you fatigued. Then, because if you're a natural athlete, which by the way, professional level jiu-jitsu everybody juices. Not everybody, but most guys, they juice. You literally throughout their careers, you see their heads grow. Like, it's not supposed to grow. If you look at, I love Gordon Ryan, but look at this guy when I'm at him, I'll show you a picture. And then,
that's all fucking. That's the fight I get into with the guy that I'm talking about, who's a fucking meathead who talks about lifting and wrestling. Yeah, he like looks up to Arnold, and I'm like, dude, what people don't realize is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not only did he take steroids, but he took steroids that were in the 70s.
Yes.
So
have you seen Ronnie? You know who Ronnie Coleman is?
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman. If you want to look at bodybuilding and really strong mindset of a person, I think Ronnie could be good at anything he does in his life with his mindset. But the juice these guys were on, I mean, don't take me wrong. The Mr. Olympian is not the guy who juices the most, but they juice. Listen, there's a reason why they juice, okay? Because it helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Well, yeah.
You know?
But it's unnatural and like...
No, you don't want to do that stuff. If you want to have a long, nice life, I don't suggest doing any of that stuff.
and dude, I remember talking to my friend. I was like, dude, like, what your problem isn't lifting. It isn't like stress. It's you got low self-esteem.
Yeah.
And you know what he told me? He gave me the creepiest. He's like, there's nothing that's ever going to fill that void.
At least he's honest.
I'm just like, I know, because guess what? When you're going to be Ronnie Coleman's side, I'm still going to be calling you a fat fuck, and it's going to fuck with you. You know, like, you're going to be trying to, like, slice shit off the sides of your fucking chest with a Euro slicer, you know? Like,
it's funny.
But seriously, like, people don't realize that like, not only was Arnold, when I say Arnold was taking steroids in the 70s, what people don't realize is like Arnold was huge in the 90s, and the steroids that were illegal in the 70s, how do I put this? They weren't illegal in the 70s. That's why they didn't say he took steroids, because they weren't illegal yet. Then they became illegal, and then they realized the shit he took was even more illegal, and as time goes on, you realize he's a fucking like fraud, basically.
I mean, I wouldn't say the fraud. I mean, all the bodybuilders, in a way, if you look at it, could be a fraud. But, I mean, the thing is, nowadays, no. Because nowadays, people openly talk about it. They talk about their cycles, what they do, what they don't. But, again, cycle is different for everybody and what you take. But take heavy stuff, man. Like, it's not down to just, like, testosterone replacement therapy, which is a pretty common thing nowadays. And it could enhance some people's life if you have naturally low testosterone. And that could maybe help you, especially when you get older.
Do you take like whey and stuff?
Well, there's protein, but no, I don't. I mean, I eat a lot of protein, but I don't like go out of my way to put powders and stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's stupid.
I mean, just get out of your diet.
Not stupid, but for my lifestyle, there's no need for that. But people usually, if you don't have enough time and need snack in between, it's not a bad idea. But I personally like it because it kind of like my stomach just doesn't take it well. This unnatural,
makes you tear ass like crazy.
Yeah, like this is unnatural protein. Like for example, if you take pre-workout or coffee, at least you go poop after real quick. You're done with it, and you're good to go with your workout. If you need to, poop sometimes after you take some kind of caffeine. But after whey protein, it's just even when you let everything out of your stomach, you still don't feel like I don't know. I still
bloated.
Yeah, just bloated. I don't like that stuff, and that's the reason why I stopped taking creatine. I used to take creatine for probably a year straight when I was 18. Man, I just didn't like it. And I know there's different kinds of creatine, and I took the one that's more water soluble, so the better one. But still, I don't like it, man. Like, I would be a little bigger. I'd have 15 pounds on top, basically, of what I weigh. But I just didn't feel good. I really feel
creatine just kind of retains water, so you can
that's
pop,
all it
right?
is. Yeah. So you're still a natural athlete if you take creatine or protein, all that stuff. But I just don't like that, man. I don't like the way it makes me feel, and it doesn't boost my ego if I weigh a little more. Like the heaviest I ever been was right before my match recently. It was a couple months ago. I was 194 and some change.
Yeah.
So I was definitely a little bigger. Now I'm low 180s.
Mm-hmm.
But I also definitely lost a little more fat on myself. I never had too much fat, but I lost definitely some weight overall just because I started training at the new gym where I train at, and the training's there. When I say I'm just completely drenched, I have to squeeze my clothes out before I leave the gym. I literally need to because it's such hard training there. And I love it because it's not meathead training there either. It's we work for specific situations. And you go with good people, they give you good resistance, all that stuff. Surf and Jiu-Jitsu, school-wise. Yeah. And
I was just arguing about
But wrestling versus Jiu-Jitsu, let me break this down for you. Just essentially wrestling, if I have a kid, first sport I'm going to put him into would be Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling. It'll be both. I'll teach him both. Because wrestling does teach you toughness, but if you're starting martial arts a little late, you don't want to start wrestling in your 20s. You don't want to do that because most likely your body's going to get injured. Even me, I took 4 years off of wrestling, and I'm coming back to it because I need to. It's a big part of my sport, especially now with the rule changes. You cannot just sit on your ass and play guard all the time. You need to get it to the ground first, and then you play the ground game. But man, even me, like now, I've been doing, this stuff for a while. My body gets beat up. Like, I don't get injured from anything else. I barely get injured from jiu-jitsu. I don't really get injured in jiu-jitsu. Like, I get injured in wrestling. Every time it's in wrestling. So wrestling is more injury prone when you're older. That's why a lot of schools just have you start on your knees. In jiu-jitsu, in no tournament do you start on your knees. You start on standing. Just, for reference point. And there is points for takedowns. Some tournaments even award some cooler, fancier takedowns, even more points. Like, regular takedowns.
Wait, you said in no jiu-jitsu tournament you start on?
Every jiu-jitsu tournament.
You start on your knees?
No, you don't. You start standing.
Oh, okay.
Now, most tournaments, you do have an option. Weird. You do have an option to, sit down if you want to, but the person that doesn't have to sit down, though. Like, you can, because you could play guard, you could do stuff, which you don't want to do in a street fight, I would say. But in jiu-jitsu setting, just where there's no strikes allowed, you could do that.
That's weird. When we'd roll, we'd always start on the knees.
Because, again, in that old school, he didn't want to teach takedowns because... And he would teach takedowns. It's not that he would, and he's very experienced. He's a judo black belt, also under like what's it called, like some very good school in Japan. I forgot, like old school. But so the coach knows takedowns. The coach kind of knows everything there. To be honest with you, with his knowledge, he's definitely in that 1% of jiu-jitsu coaches in the world. Like he's 100% legit in the old school where I used to train at. But the issue there is like a little bit old school mentality. Like there's this old school stuff in jiu-jitsu that are missed. So for example, old school people in jiu-jitsu would say, if you want to get good at no gi, you have to do gi, which makes no sense. Yeah. Like, why do I need to train with a jacket? Oh, because in gi, that's the myth. Okay, the people say, old schoolers say that, in gi, you learn how to control people better. You don't. I mean, in gi, obviously, it's easier to control someone because you have material. No matter how sweaty you get, you could always grab the material and still pin them down. Versus in no gi, you could slip out of stuff very easily when you're super sweaty. But that makes no sense though. Like if you want to get good at no gi, do gi. If you want to get good at gi, dude, like that makes no sense of any kind. And they do believe in that myths there in that old school, because it's just old school mentality. And he's not the only one that has the mentality. It's a lot of old school coaches that have that mentality. He's not the only. I'm not saying that this, but that makes no sense by any means. When you look at a modern jiu-jitsu Gordon Ryan, all he does is no gi, and he trains gi periodically, but he's not a gi guy whatsoever. Like.
Yeah,
he'd probably be like top 50 in the world in gi or something if he was to do it.
I feel like it'd be harder with a rash guard with no gi, because you're like you can squirm out of holds like a worm. As opposed to someone's using your gi to your detriment.
Yeah. Gi is again, gi could be better for control points, and there's more guards you could play in gi, for sure. But like, I don't know, man.
What do you one of the things they told me when I first started out at the gym we were at was, I remember the coach saying, the master there saying, instead of fucking learning every single move, learn 3 moves and become amazing at them. Yeah.
You learn usually one move, 2, 3 moves, whatever, and just get good at them. Like for me, for example.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are like your favorite?
Okay, everything branched off from me with a triangle choke, and then from triangle, I just learned to do triangle from everywhere. And the coach did a beautiful job of installing really good basics into me. Mm-hmm. And then I started doing more fancier stuff. But basically, I was everything triangle. And to this day, I don't practice triangle anymore. You will not see me drill triangle, but I'm still really good at it. I mean, I use it all the time when I roll.
And it's with your legs, right?
Yeah, triangle choke is like you essentially figure 4 your legs around person's neck and arm inside. So one arm in, one arm out, and then you grab their neck and the whole arm inside.
And you can do that even if you're on bottom, right?
That's
like if he's trying to full mount you.
Yeah. You could do it You could do it almost any position when you go there, but most people particularly do it from the bottom. They're not good at doing it from the top. But yeah, and that's what all started off with me with triangle, and then essentially that's a good mentality that he teaches in that way, because I learned a lot of different guards. Because a lot of people, they stick to I only play full guard, I only play this guard, half guard, butterfly guard, blah blah blah. I learned every guard, but I just learned to do my move from every guard. And then guess what? My move doesn't work maybe when they bail on it. Then I learned how to get up and take them down or take their back. And I could do it from every single guard. From every single guard is, just to simplify it for everyone, it's a position where one person attacks, one person defends, typically. Not all the time. And yeah, that's basically, that was beautiful. Like that definitely, appreciate all the time in that gym, because I was taught a lot of good things there for a very long time. But yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, it's the thing is like, I mean, this podcast is mostly comedy and mostly like just shooting the shit, fucking around with the guys. The reason why I got so fucking like hyped up about jiu-jitsu was here's the crazy thing. When I had just gotten out of that suicide prevention thing, right when I into jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
And the thing that they taught me there that stuck with me at the suicide prevention was there's 5 things you have to, in order for a person to be peaceful, not necessarily happy, because happy means you're all the way up here. Eventually you're going to go down. Yeah, just flowing. And I'm into Taoism. This is yin and yang right here. So how do you flow? How does one be peaceful and in balance? And what it was you got to balance 5 things. And it was nutritional balance, physical balance, mental balance, spiritual balance, and I think like companionship.
So like a relationship. That's kind of what I thought it would be the 5th one, probably.
And that gym, I mean, basically any jiu-jitsu gym, you get all those.
Yes.
They fucking teach you how to eat.
Yes.
Physical, obviously. What's the physical? Mental, you're just focused right there. I mean, dude, when I went there, they were trying to diagnose me with fucking OCD because I had like obsessive thought. I was like, did I say something the wrong way? What are these people thinking about me? All this bullshit. And that taught me to just like focus right here, right now.
Yeah.
We're right here, right now. Deal with this situation right now. And not only that, like a lot of people with like low self-esteem or things that fucks with them in life, they don't know how to react to it. They're like, oh, I failed. That's it. When instead in jiu-jitsu, it's like, this guy got me in this hold. All right, well, then I'm going to go behind him. All right, well, then I'm going to do this. I'm going to do like.
There's always a way out, no matter. Like, that's kind of the beauty of jiu-jitsu. It teaches you, like, no matter what kind of bad position you could be in life, or on the mats, what teaches you, right? It transitions to the life, too. On the mats, no matter what kind of bad position you're in, one bad hold, submission, you could always get out and you could always get them back. And that's the same thing in life. That's kind of what the beauty of it teaches you in life. Not everybody realizes it, but, that's what it teaches, but everyone still lives that in life, and I think that's why it helps a lot of people in life, because no matter how bad things in life can get, you could always get out of that hole, that situation. And that's kind of what keeps me going. I've been personally going through some definitely hardships recently in my life too, because I've been switching a lot of things in life and this and that, but I know no matter bad things it cannot get much worse, and it could always get better. I know I can get out of it no matter what.
Yeah, you just
that's kind of the beauty of jiu-jitsu. That's like the mentality it teaches you, and that's why it's nice for average person to do that instead of wrestling, because wrestling is all grind, hardcore.
Yeah.
And when you're young, I definitely suggest kids to start with wrestling and then go into jiu-jitsu when they're like around 8 or so, because jiu-jitsu is a little more complex. But when you combine for kid wrestling with jiu-jitsu, they're very hard to deal with on the mats. Very hard. Very hard. That's why wrestlers are always hard to deal with on the mats.
And I don't want to be judgy, but like, as far as wrestlers, like, I didn't know shit about wrestling until I joined jiu-jitsu, and I realized every wrestler that I would roll with, super fucking huge, like cocky, ego.
A lot of them.
And then then I knew a bunch of guys in stand-up who they wrestled for a long time, and then when they stopped, because when they were wrestling, they were fucking eating so much food to lift that when they got out of wrestling, they just became obese.
Yeah, because they're not the manager. Yeah, you don't need to eat as much because you don't exercise as hard anymore. You just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't.
I remember my 3 favorite moves when he taught them. It's going to coincide with what I'm about to say. Like, I was like, I want to do Kimura, Americana, and Anaconda?
Yeah, of course.
That's like from the back.
It's not from the back. No, Anaconda, there's Anaconda, there's variations of it, but essentially it's a head and arm choke as well. But for example, triangle choke is head and arm as well, but you apply the choke with your legs. Now Anaconda, or there's Dars, there's a few other ones, it's all it's head and arm choke, but you use your hands to complete it, right?
Okay.
So
maybe I'm thinking of the wrong move.
Maybe Reiniki choke, like from the back, like so.
You know what it was? It was like if Carlos is like laying down here.
Okay.
I gotta use you because I want to choke you out, man.
Starting to sound kinky. That sounds kinky. Let's go.
No, it was here. It was like if somebody's on the ground, you basically like. So it'd be like if I do it like 69.
Yes.
Right?
So that's a north south choke technically.
So when you so like where I would just go.
The position is called north south.
I put my north south. If I put my forearm behind their neck when they're laying down, and I just lean back.
Yeah.
So they go like this.
Oh, that's actually kind of, you're not really supposed to do that, to be honest with you. That's a little dangerous for like average person to do it. I would not recommend to do it.
Is
regular
it?
People, don't do it. You could.
But is that an anaconda though?
No, that's like a straight up neck ring. That's kind of bogus. Not gonna lie.
It's a what?
If you like lean back and lean their neck back like that, that's definitely not safe for an average person. You could do it in competition in higher levels, like when you're like a certain belt, but you don't want to do it in a gym.
But what is that called? What is it?
North south, but I mean, you did a neck crank, but you want to do a choke.
Neck what?
It's neck crank. When anything where you crank the neck, like so, it's not a choke. Choke is like where you actually choke them. And neck crank is when you really just kind of, you cannot get the choke, so you get mad and you try to crank their neck and get them to tap like that. Try not to do it in a gym. And you know, if you life in that situation, it's kind of a good option if you really need to put them out or something. But in the gym, don't do it too much. Like, apply the actual choking part where you like squeeze and go flat on the ground, squeeze from your arms and choke them.
I didn't know you're not supposed to.
Yeah, plus you're a big dude. You could really hurt someone. You don't want to. You don't have to be big dude to do it, but especially when you're a big guy like you, take it easy on people with that move.
Yeah, that's why it was easy, because all I had to do was just lock my hands, and I didn't even have to use strength. I just had to lean back.
Yeah,
and they just
don't do that with their neck. Don't play with that too much.
It's basically how when the guy broke my ankle, like he had me in like a leg lock, and you just lean back, you know.
Yeah, but that's a bit different though, because it's a straight up joint lock, so it's gonna happen. But with the choke, try to apply the choke itself.
Because I was gonna say the one guy that I was friends with, that was like I said, I'm not a cocky guy, but like the three things that, so I had my 3 favorite moves, but then my 3 things that made me that are like my claim to fame or whatever, I made him quit because I did that neck crank.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
And I thought that was called an anaconda the whole time.
Okay, so also in the past gym where I trained, one thing I'll tell you, the names there, we get them mixed up terribly. Like, you know, a coach definitely gets names mixed up all the time. He admits it himself, which is kind of funny, which is no big deal, but he's also a little bit stubborn about like learning them sometimes. He's like, oh yeah, whatever, same shit, it's same shit, you know. But like, it's not, because I get it's the same principle 100%, but there's a reason why they call them different names, because in jiu-jitsu you could like have your hand slightly differently positioned. It's a different move, because in jiu-jitsu there's just so many moves, so many ways you can go. So I think it kind of is good to have names for every different position, every different way, different variation, so that we actually know what you're talking about. Because then if we were to properly know the names of the moves, they wouldn't have to explain to each other, right? How does the move look? You know what I mean?
But
that's the one thing that definitely that Jim's also kind of bad with his names for some moves.
And then the only other what is it called, I guess, claim to fames I had was like, I think I went up against a blue belt and I didn't tap. That's like the claim to fame. Like, I remember somebody telling me, I forgot who the fuck it was, but they were like, dude, you're literally the heaviest guy in this gym. So the best thing for you to do is tire them out. Like, it's like fishing. Just keep tugging, tire that fucking fish out, and then strike. And so I just tired the guy out, because what is it, like 2-minute, 3-minute rolls, right?
Usually they do 5-minute rolls, which again, like in most schools, like they start doing 6-minute rolls now, and it changes things quite a bit. Which I like that a lot. But yes, it's usually, sometimes we do in that school, we would do either 3-minute or 5-minute rolls.
So I think I did 3, and he didn't tap me out. So that's another claim. And then the last claim to fame was like, I just went against this wrestler dude. I don't know if you remember him. He was only there for like a week, but he was a state champ, just got out of high school, big fucking head, like just big ego. And he was like a foot taller than me, had like curly hair. He was a white dude. And I remember him going up against me. He's just like, I'm like, so you know all the rules, right? Like tap and everything. He's just like, I don't ever tap. I don't give up.
Dude, I crushed the dude so badly. It was hilarious when
I fucking him. And the funny thing is, like, I'm not that coordinated with technique. I'm one of those guys that's the thing that's funny that got the master and a few other people there a little bit upset with me. Was I told him from the start, I'm here for mental health. So I don't care about becoming a huge MMA guy or whatever. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck is fun. So I never really like focused on technique. I'm just like, oh, I'm having it's like fucking kids playing, like little boys playing in the gym, you know? So when I went up against this guy, the reason why I'm saying is because I didn't have, like I said, I focused on Kimura, Americana, and I guess a neck
I had
crank.
an arm chokes, like had an arm chokes. Let's just say that.
That's all I focused on. And somehow I managed an arm bar on this guy, and I'm like, all right, you tapping? He's like, no. I'm like, all right. And he started screaming.
That's his fault. That's that's okay. In any gym, when the guy, as long as they know what tapping is and they don't want to tap in your brain, that's their choice. I don't blame you.
But
no, that guy actually, I triangle.
You know what I'm talking
him.
about, right?
I triangle choked him. He tried picking me up, slamming me, and as he went to pick me up, I used his momentum as he went to pick me up to go right under his legs, because he went up like all the way up. He picked me up, and I was a little cocky too, because I could grab his leg and he would just not be able to physically pick me up. But I was like, try to slap me, go ahead, buddy, because I'm very good with like going with the flow, I guess. And as he goes to slam me, I also propel my weight exactly where it's going, but just under his legs. And he literally like does like basically a front flip while my legs are all around his neck. And he just like I mount the triangle, and I make sure to take my time. I would like literally again, because he was literally a dickhead. That's the only reason why I did it to that guy like that. And it's a choke too. It's not a joint lock, so I wasn't messing up his joints while doing it either.
Yeah.
But I would like literally squeeze just hard enough just before he taps, and I would just like release it. Squeeze just just mess with it. I did like 2 times, and then I finished him. And I was like, oh, so you tapping that? He's like, yeah. But people like that don't last in jiu-jitsu for a very long time, or just in martial arts period, they don't last like that for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like even even wrestling, there's a reason why he never went D1 or whatever now, because his ego's too big. Although he might have been a state champ, but he was never gonna make it to D1.
Do you remember a kid named Encero?
Oh, I remember that kid.
He is like a little Mexican guy.
I think he's Ecuadorian actually, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's Latino kid, and he could pass for Mexican. I don't blame him.
But he was like super quick and a little.
He was very for his weight. He was extremely strong. I mean, I would feel his presence rolling with him. Like I would outclass him whatever, not because I've been doing jiu for so long. But the kid's strong for his weight. I was impressed. Yeah, good kid too.
I remember Mike telling me, he's like, dude, anytime you choke, because I didn't know, you just go like this. Just go like this. They can't fucking. And I didn't know that shit, so I went up against him. And for anybody listening, I mean, he's like, what, 120 pounds maybe?
Not even, dude. Like, it was like 120.
Like 120.
115, 120. He's very light.
And he's like, what, maybe 5 feet. And he rear naked choked me. Because, they said, get the 3 moves down and just master them. He rear naked choked me like 6 times in those 3-minute rounds. Dude,
when I get fast behind your back because he's a fast little kid.
Yeah.
He wrestled. He's not like a good wrestler, but he wrestled.
He's like a squirrel on cocaine.
Yes, cocaine.
And he choked me out 6 times. And I remember for a week, my Adam's apple was swollen. So a whole week I was talking like this.
To be honest with you, at that past gym, one thing I realized, we do have a little more guys that are a little bit kind of meatheads in a way, because like you're more likely to get injured there. Although I barely got injured there, but now that I'm at this other gym, people there, like, no one gets injured like that, dude. Like, I mean, competition classes are competition classes. That's a different story. But, like, regular Joe classes, like, it's not that bad. Like, you get caught on submissions all the time, but everybody knows how to properly apply submission. Even white belts, we allow for them to do heel hooks. Heel hook is, like, the taboo in jiu-jitsu for a very long time. Because a lot of people, like, they don't control position. They just kind of get something and they crank it right away. There, you're taught to, like, really establish your control perfectly. They don't move anywhere. Get whatever submission you're going for and then slowly apply it, because you should be actually good enough to do it to anyone.
Yeah,
and
because it's supposed to be a hold, not a strike.
Yes, and everyone just do like a strike, and that's how you get injured. You could do the most dangerous. Like I'm saying, I went there with the injured, after being heel hooked very badly with inside heel hook and like having partial tear. I wasn't supposed to even train, but I said whatever, F it, I'll go and do the thing. Because I love training so much. And then I told everyone, we could do leg locks. You could even leg lock the foot, but just don't crank it. I explained to them, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's how we do it here. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay, let's see. And I gave a couple people on purpose submission just to see how they would do. And people were legitimately not, instead of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, were actually that nice. No one cranked it. They just, we call it scoop the heel control, and that's it. And and then I call a tap or maybe work my escape, and everyone's nice. Like, and I'm talking lower belts, because usually lower belts are the ones you get hurt the most. Like white belts, man, if you're gonna get injured jiu-jitsu, you're probably gonna do it as a white belt or a blue belt, or like a very egoistic blue belt. But most of the time, when I see people get injured, is the beginners all the time, because they do something stupid. Yeah.
You know what my problem? Like, I went up against this. There's the guy who was the second. He was. I think he was as big as me, but I would consider him fatter, I guess, because he was like a foot shorter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He's like, I think he's a Russian guy. No, he's an older guy.
Oh, okay, there's another one. Okay,
he has a black gi. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And you know what he told me? He goes, you know what your problem is? That you are, like right now I'm 270.
Yeah.
He's like, you're 270. But there's moments when I forgot who told me, they're like, oh, you got to tire him out and then strike.
Yeah.
You're 270, but then you randomly move like you're 120.
Yeah.
Like you fucking just go into this break dance, and that'll get you hurt. And that's, dude, I literally, like, the 2 times. So I had my ankle sprained twice through a heel hook because the guy looked at me. He's like, are you going to tap? And I'm just like, no, I'm going to get out of this. And then, dude, I just heard. It sounded like a piece of wood snapping. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I fucking crawled to the side. But then the other times I had a hairline fracture on both pinky toes, just fucking training.
Yeah, like I'm saying, it's your body not weak condition. And that's the kind of injuries usually we get in wrestling. That stuff, some stuff with your shoulders, with your back, neck, and knees. That's the stuff in wrestling you're going to mess up big time. If you start later in the age, if you start wrestling instead of jiu-jitsu, you get injured even more. You'd probably blow your shoulder out or something.
You know what one... I know we're not going to mention it, but from our old gym, one complaint that I hear all the fucking time, out of all reviews that I've read from people, I belong to my, we're in Schaumburg, the Schaumburg Facebook group.
Yeah.
The constant, most common complaint that I've heard was that they don't emphasize enough time on sparring.
I mean, that's a lot of people complain about that, but to be honest with you, and that's kind of one thing that the coach should have a valid point on. They don't appreciate it. Let me tell you, other schools where I went to, they don't teach you much technique. You know why? Because coaches don't know shit. They know very little. They'll show you how to do a submission that everybody wants to see, but nobody wants to see, as the old coach would say, the language of jiu-jitsu, how you actually move, how you transition from position to position. That's the beauty of it. And no one wants to learn it. But that's what's going to get you good. The guys that are good, that's what they're good at. You see only how they finish fights, but you don't see how they get to it. And all the people that complain about it, honestly, most of them just really terrible at jiu-jitsu. And at every school, you learn at the end of class, and that's what we do. One thing I think that he did do a little bit of a mistake of is, for beginner class, at least before I left for a while, beginners would not be allowed to roll, which is not smart. Because beginners, they need to enjoy it. There's something to look forward to,
Yeah.
We all look forward to rolling. I don't care who you are. You look forward to rolling.
Yeah.
But,
that's why
they would teach you technique, but, even then, they, just, I don't know, man. I feel like it's kind of hard in that school to make it a little bit at times. Not everyone can make it there to a next level, but people who do are usually just very hard-headed and I'm gonna get this, they keep coming, and then they usually do good, but not everybody's like that. It's kind of tough, especially when you get injured, in your case you got injured. I'm sure it didn't motivate you to come back there.
No.
Especially, but I'm just saying, to be fair, it does happen to white belts all the time. I'll be honest with you, that's usually what's gonna happen when you're a white belt.
Yeah,
that's most of the time what's gonna happen.
It's funny because I went to this by chance. I had to go get an x-ray done to see, because I was like, what the fuck is with my ligament? Because I always kept rolling my ankle. I would
the same ankle too.
Yeah. And it was the one that didn't heal right, and it would be over the smallest thing. I went to Riot Fest 2 years ago, and I went there with my friend who's blind. So I was helping him walk around, and I didn't realize we were on a baseball field. So we were walking down the pitcher's mound, which is a little elevated.
Yes.
Rolled my fucking ankle, hurt the rest of the day. Or I was walking home last year in the winter, just walking from my car to my door, and there was one fucking
pebble,
those sidewalk salts.
Okay. You slipped on it?
I just stepped on it, just a little bit off.
Weak?
Yeah. And then, but you know what happened is when I went to, well, it's funny because of the doctor I went to that took an x-ray. He's he was the most Jewish guy I could meet. He was just he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm doing jiu-jitsu. He's like, well, why are you doing that? You could just go to the gym and do the elliptical.
Only losers. I don't listen to doctors like that. I don't even I just tell them, bro. No, I had this one Indian doctor try to tell me, how can you call that a sport? This is not a martial art when you punch each other in the face. Bro, first on jiu-jitsu, we don't punch each other in the face. But you still break each other. You don't break. There's a reason why people tap. But you go break someone. I was like, yeah, and you could walk by the building and something could fall off the building and kill you too, right? And he's like, no, but this is different. I was like, no, it's the same thing. If you know what you're doing, even if you don't, there's a reason why everyone gets taught how to tap right away.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just don't want to tap. That's the reason why a lot of them get hurt. It just happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he told me, he's just what happened to you is, and I don't want to believe this because it sounds way too gruesome. He's like, your ligament tore. It's right here. Mm-hmm. It tore, and then it never healed right. So there's just a ligament floating around in your leg.
That could easily be the case, yeah.
And I'm like, but what was weird is that when I went to a different, so he was just the x-ray guy. I went to, core physical therapy. It's right here.
Okay, sure.
I went there and they just taught me to do the whole fucking, you do the alphabet with your, that shit strengthened me a lot. I still roll it as regularly, but it feels calloused.
Yeah.
It
helps a lot.
I still fucking do it.
Yeah. I still look like I'm doing Michael Jackson Thriller, but it's... Well, I'm sorry. What are you going to say?
No, you good. No, I'm saying this stuff helps a lot because I had for me, my Achilles heel been my knees. It's been my knees for a very long time. And the amount of times I blew these things out was just a little bit ridiculous at my young age. Like I joke around whenever I roll with older people, especially, which I enjoy doing that because, you know, like some of them are like, especially the ones that have been doing jiu-jitsu for longer, like, oh, I'm old. And most of them are not even that old, by the way. They're like just in their 30s. But like, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a young guy with old knees. These knees are double your age. And they're like, start laughing because some people know about my knee injuries. I had pretty bad ones. Not bad enough to the point where I needed like terrible surgeries, but they would bug me a lot. Like, I think I probably might, I don't know, I'll go this week and see. Maybe I'll get a surgery in my left one just because it's been bugging me.
Dude, I'm not even joking. I am so fucking, okay. Like, I did this. I'm so fucking sick of not losing weight. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get
meds, though. Your meds, it's gonna be a big deal with that.
I know. It's the meds thing. I know that I just give up because it was like, bro. So first I did like, and I did keto throughout this whole thing.
Okay.
Because everybody's like, oh, there's no way you can't lose weight on keto. So I did keto for 6 months, and while I did keto, the first thing I did, I joined a gym and I'd run like 3 miles a day and then lift 3 miles a day I did it about every other day. So
that's good. Trust me, that's good. Especially I'm sorry for interrupting you, but for anyone that thinks about working out, what do I do? Where do I start? Just start whatever you do it, but be consistent. You say you're gonna do it 3 times a week, do it 3 times. You say you're gonna do it 2 times a week, but actually do it that amount of times a week. Just don't like make excuse. Oh, I don't feel good. Get in the gym. You don't have to work out on the days you feel good. I work out every day, twice a day, okay? Yeah. I lift no matter what, or do some kind of cardio, and on top of that, I do jiu-jitsu, okay? Mm-hmm. And sometimes, nowadays, especially on my schedule a little more free, I do jiu-jitsu twice a day, and I lift. So I train 3 times a day. Now, Now I understand.
That's gotta be expensive bill for that gym.
It's you know, I work out like working hours. I go to export, so it's pretty cheap memberships there.
No, I mean for the Seraphin.
Oh no, they're nice. They're you just pay like a set price. Everyone pays the same price, and if you want to go do like competition classes, if you're that level, please go ahead.
So it's like a set price monthly, and you just go as much as you want?
Yeah, dude. Okay. I have people that train like 12 times a week, you know?
Oh, okay.
No, 12 practices a week. Like, you know what I mean? He's very, that's what I like about Jeff a lot. He's very not political, a very open-minded person, doesn't care, like, you know, he doesn't judge you type of person. Like,
yeah.
You know, you want to, like, let's say you want to go and just have fun on the mats and maybe not learn too much technique, just coast on what you know. You could do that. If you want to learn, he'll help you learn. Yeah. Like, he's very flexible type of human being, like, very chill, you know. And, you know, that's why I like it there a lot, because you could be, whatever purpose you just for, you're welcome, you know. You're welcome. Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking, like, so, yeah, I did keto for 6 months. Then I did the whole gym thing every other day. Yeah. And I got bored of that because it's like you said, you got to have the consistency. I'm like, this is fucking...
You need to be consistent.
I'm just being a caveman. Moving fucking weights from point A to point B. So eventually what I did, I just started, you know, my friend who was doing all the bragging about biking. Okay. I was like, you know what? I'm going to ride 20 miles every other day. Okay. And I started doing that. I went from... You know this area pretty well. Yes. I would go from Barrington and Golf all the way to the highway, the 90. Okay. So that's like Meacham. Yes. Then all the way to Schaumburg Road, and then back to Golf, and then home. Every other day. Didn't lose a fucking pound.
I'm telling. In your case, it is the meds. I'm telling you, if you especially do keto, like people's weight in keto, the only big problem with it when they get off keto, they gain all the way back. Yeah. I'm not a fan of keto diet, but losing weight wise, yes, you will, but you're not gonna lose it permanently.
I'm thinking of getting that.
Try carnivore diet but don't do like no carbs. Just do very low carbs essentially.
I'm honestly gonna, because the money I saved up from Oli, I'm thinking of getting that gastric sleeve.
What is that?
It's where they surgically remove a large part of your stomach, so your stomach's like the size of your fist.
Why?
That's not good.
Robert, I
love just seeing him.
Yeah, no, like you do that. They do that for people that can't stop eating.
Yeah,
like gastric bypass, right?
It's literally the same thing. Gastric bypass.
But you don't have an issue with eating bad, right?
Phil,
I don't know.
Just try to be consistent. Like I'm telling you, to your medication. Maybe look for some kind of alternative or something, or like ask. I don't know, man. You should look on some forums for people who like take this medication and like what they would recommend on losing weight while you're on it, because obviously you need it. It's not.
Yeah, because you know what was crazy is like between 2009 and 2010, it was like right when I saved up to buy my own condo when I moved out of my mom's place. I was living on my own, and I had this roommate who was an obliterated drunk. I mean, the joke about him, I don't know why. Every time he got drunk, he ended up face first on the ground naked. Every time. Like, literally, I would bring new girlfriends in that I found online. I'd be like, don't mind him. I'm not doing, he's not abducted or anything. He's just a drunk who ends up naked.
Jeffrey Dahmer shit right there.
It's actually hilarious though.
So, so what happened is when I started living on my own, I'm like, dude, fuck these meds. Like, I haven't had a seizure in like 10 years. Like, fuck these meds. And I stopped taking them altogether.
Okay.
The whole time I was having seizures. And I didn't know. I didn't know until I think my wife actually, when I started dating her, she slept over and she's like, yeah, you had a seizure. I'm like, really? Okay. And then I had her stay the whole week. I'm like, yeah, you had a seizure every day. I'm like, that's fucking
like at night when you're sleeping, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know about them, yeah.
I wouldn't know about it because he was too drunk to hear.
Well, that guy, yeah.
But no, because the funny thing is, I mean, this is kind of funny. Whenever I had
That's why his pants were off every morning.
Yeah.
He fondled you.
No, but I I was like a Nintendo 64, but with a rumble pack. But anyway, I like, the thing that was crazy was that during that time when I stopped taking the meds, dude, I went from 240 to 180 over a year. Over a fucking year. So it has to be the I don't know. I'm gonna have an interview with the doctor, see what they think.
Yeah, but honestly, doctors nowadays, they're almost useless, dude. They literally have like a protocol. Like, you give them one question, they have like a couple possible answers to give you, and that is it.
Well, that's what I agree with that, because it's almost like they're just technicians at this point.
That's what they are. Like, even like my girlfriend, she's gonna be like she's in medical field. She's gonna get into it. She's in school at the moment, and like she's like saying, yeah, that's basically what they're gonna teach us. They're like, most doctors, they just have a protocol, they work by, and that's it. They almost, sorry for an update, but they're almost like a salesman for certain meds, like for birth control for girls. Oh, bro, a girl has any sort of problem, birth control's the answer. Like, get out of here, man. This is just like.
Yeah, no, they were just talking about it on Rogan, where every single doctor now, they have a deal. The whole system is set up to do whatever is profitable, not preventable.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's all
Like,
it's about.
You get all these doctors who would, for whatever reason, maybe they went into it to be rich. Maybe a lot of them are there because they want to help people. Either way, they look at them as these poor saps who are fucking drowning in student loans from med school. So like, you know what we can do?
Yeah.
Make a little extra scratch by, oh, you know what? Vitaliy, you know, I seen you, like, you're not keeping eye contact. I think you have ADD.
Yeah, like bullshit like that, yeah.
And then, now you have ADD. Well, now I see that your hand's shaking a little bit. So maybe you have something like
bullshit. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it is, Phil. I agree with you. They like just really take advantage of that, because most doctors, they go in it to make money, and like you said, a lot of them are having student loans. You know.
You know what, dude? So we got I don't mean to.
Yeah, you good.
We got like, it's like 420. We want to go till 440 or something, 430.
I personally don't care. No,
I would have to be cutting a little.
Yeah, when you want to cut. What time?
Like in the next 10.
Yeah.
I got an hour drive.
So I want to ask real quick.
Yeah.
Before we go, I know that you came from Ukraine.
Yes.
How do you feel about all of this?
Well, obviously,
going on? How does it from not from a white woke bitch's mouth, but from the source? How is it going from like a Ukrainian perspective? Like,
well, like obviously, I feel really bad for people there, and I'm very fortunate to have the life that I have now, because we were not able to get in touch with my family up until last night, because they just don't have, the whole 80% of country does not have electricity, and what comes with electricity, your internet, your heat, your water. They don't have that now. They were somehow able to like get one for like some for 1 hour, and they respond to my mom, and we're trying to get money over there. By the way, I'm from western side of Ukraine. I'm from small city right outside of Lviv, which is I don't know, it's like Lviv is probably like an hour and a half drive to Poland.
Yeah.
So I'm really west, and they screwed up our stuff there so bad to the point where it would take at least 1 year to repair all of our electricity. It's so far, and I'm talking just my region, right, my side.
Yeah.
And it's all over Ukraine. There's people. I'm
not
like
they destroyed the power grid.
Dude, it's fucked. Yeah. And like, man, but honestly, if you're asking my view on the war, is that what you're asking, or
anything? Yeah.
Well, war-wise, look, I don't like to follow in that propaganda, because obviously, the whole point of politics, in my opinion, especially politics nowadays in any country, is to make one group hate another group, to separate each other. Oh, you're
Division,
white, you're this, you're that. Oh, you're left wing, you're right wing. Like, all of it is meant, that's how they make money, because we hate each other, right? We cause problems. When you cause problems, you need money to solve them sometimes, right?
War is a big money game too.
Dude, yeah, all the contractors that are going to be making money in Ukraine whenever the war will be done, which I don't think will be done anytime soon, honestly. And I have all my friends that are very heavily brainwashed, and I don't blame them, because, dude, I mean, we had the amount of kids we had, blown up kids. I mean, guys my age, and even a little younger in Ukraine that were sent out, on front lines with no experience and just got blown up or died, or somebody's father died. I mean, the amount of people I know that died there is like ridiculous. And the same thing from Russian side, to be fair. Like, I'm not trying to, I'm talking from people's side. I'm not talking government side, guys. I'm not taking any sides.
A lot of these Russian people, they don't even want to be part of it. Like,
and the issue is a lot of them are brainwashed too. Like, both sides are being brainwashed. That's one thing I'll say for sure. Like, I know my Ukrainian people be like, well, we don't have propaganda on our side. Guys, Ukrainian people, I love you guys. And I know this thing's going on is not right, and it's very terrible what's happening, but we have propaganda on our side as much as Russia does. Now, Russian propaganda is terrible because it's obvious that it's bullshit. Ukrainian propaganda is not that obvious. Okay, you have to really look into it. At least most of it. But propaganda is normal during war, or as they say, special operation in Ukraine. Special operation, okay. Have you heard about the town of Bucha?
No.
Have you? So what happened there was like... there was mass graves of people, but the worst part is not just the mass graves. It's like a lot of, they found bodies after Ukrainian army finally was able to. That Bucha, I believe, is outside of Kiev city. I believe it is. And there's mass graves there of just people just being shot point blank, just like mass graves. And on top of that, a lot of kids and women that were just like raped, and it's like obvious, and it's screwed up. But they do a lot of stuff like that to try to kill our moral. That's the reason why they do this stuff, their goal is to kill our moral. And like, as you could tell, Ukrainian people do not give up for shit. Like, we're gonna die before we, submit to, Russian terrorism. That's what's happening there, essentially. That's why we say Russia's a terrorist state, because what they're doing is kind of that. Now, I don't mean that on average Russian people, because I'm sure a lot of them don't want that, or maybe some of them don't know any better, because the only thing they have there now is Russian TV. That's all they have. And what kind of news they have? Just the bullshit that they're saying on news, which is horseshit. When you listen to it and you look up the real facts, which they're easy to find nowadays, if you know where to look, it's kind of funny what they're saying. But yeah, dude, it's just scary what's going on in the world. I never thought this stuff would happen in real world, like stuff
in
like
your
that.
lifetime, right?
Yeah, I was like, what? Especially stuff like this. Like, obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in Middle East and nobody talks about that too, but I think everybody just gave up on Middle East at this point because it's been going on for so long. Not that it's good, I think it's terrible. It's the same stuff as going on in Ukraine, but in there, like, it's been going on like more, not smoother, that's not the right term to say. It's like more subtle in a way, maybe. They have crazy stuff happen and then not enough, but in Ukraine it's like legitimate war, not like civil war where one group fighting against, like, it's a whole war, country versus country. And it's like, it's crazy. Like, imagine you just like living and then you see tanks drive by and like rockets fly. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows if he's gonna use a nuke. I would not be surprised, because they're getting their ass kicked very badly there. Like, the army there is just not prepared, because they're sending also regular kids that were just serving but never had a legitimate training with terrible gear to war. And a lot of them are contractors, like from Russian side I'm talking.
Yeah.
They just try to make money for their family too, but definitely not a smart way to do it. But
do you think, has any of your family tried, like, did they ever want to just move here?
Honestly, dude, it's not that easy, especially now. Like, men cannot leave.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to leave for a while too.
Yeah, and then females, yes, but like, okay, my grandma, for example, she comes, right?
Yeah.
Great lady, I love her, but what is she gonna do here? She doesn't know English. We're not just gonna be able to support her like that. It's been tough for our family, myself recently too. Our family with the trucking market going down and everything has been impacting us big time. And what are we gonna do? They're just gonna be like leeches for us in a way, and they're not gonna be able to take care of themselves either, and we can't really take care of them either. Like, and we have a lot of family there too. Like, it's not that easy, honestly. And even if they get visa here somehow, whatever. Like, what are they gonna do here?
Yeah, you gotta.
You drive trucks?
No, I was the guy who would get loads for trucks. I was the guy who would talk to brokers, negotiate, and get loads for a driver.
Okay.
I quit that.
But yeah.
It's just not that easy. Like, we thought about that too. We'd gladly bring her. I mean, she could go easily to Poland if she wants to. She'd be better off there because, like, she knows. We all know Polish. My Polish is terrible. I don't even speak it now just because it's so bad. But if I really need to, you put me in Poland, I'll be okay.
You'll be able to.
Like I'm saying, my Polish is not any good, but I'll get around and I'll learn it very fast because I used to know it really well.
Are there similarities between the languages?
But especially between Ukrainian. There's not too much Russian words in Polish. There is some, but there's more Ukrainian words in Polish, I'd say.
That's like Italian and like Spanish.
Yeah,
because a lot of words are. It's like still Latin roots.
What did you say? How do you say? Because when you guys used to say bear for me, it's Niedvied. Right?
Medved, yeah, in Russian. Medved in Ukrainian, yeah. Medved in Ukrainian.
In Polish, it's Niedvied.
Yeah, Niedvied. Yeah, there's like a lot of little variations like that. Yeah, and I understand, it's funny, I understand a lot of Polacks that are more closer to Ukraine And then the farther they are from Ukraine, like, you know, they're Polish, like, the more west Polacks go, like, the least I understand them. I kind of noticed that.
Yeah.
Because I have friends that are more from the eastern side of Poland, man, I understand them like this. They talk, like, full-on pace. I understand, no problem. If they're from far west and they have some kind of dialect, like, not dialect, but, like, slang, I don't get them.
I have a friend she's from, like, Czech Republic, and because of, like, all the...
Dude, Czech?
That whole border, and because of, like, communist influence,
Yeah.
they kind of, like... Everybody there is sort of like bilingual to their neighbors.
Mm-hmm. I swear, like, Czech, I know Czech
Dobry
people.
den.
Yeah, that's in Ukrainian, yeah.
I used to take phone calls overseas, and I used to have to use the language line, but I would listen to it. I knew that one that always came through. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I know what that means. So I can say a few words to just tell them, like, wait, I'm gonna get somebody.
Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah,
Real
that's
cool.
solid. But what I was gonna say, like, Czech language, dude, I understand it so much, and I know a couple Czech people, they talk and I literally understand them, like, perfectly. Like, what the hell? Like, I understand literally what's going on, and, like, again, when they're talking full speed, like, because obviously if you talk slow, we can understand each other even more.
Yeah.
But like, full speed, I understand them.
Compared
like,
to Ukrainian.
yeah, it's like, what? It's crazy. It's like broken Ukrainian sounds to me, essentially.
So is it like a lot of Eastern Ukrainian is more like they speak more Russian there?
Yes. There's more Russian. Like, I'm from West, which is like all Ukrainian people. Like, even genetically, like, speaking, like, as far as I could track down, I'm literally as Ukrainian as it gets. I don't have a single drop of Russian blood in me, which is kind of crazy, because all Ukrainians do at least some, which a lot of them are like 50-50, matter of fact, if not more. But yeah, I'm very like Ukrainian, like bloodline speaking wise. Like, fun fact, so my great grandfather, he escaped out of 2 concentration camps.
Mm-hmm.
He was like in Poland in those camps, you know. And no, he was in Germany, he was in France, and he was in Poland. He was in concentration camp. I believe the ones that he was in, though, concentration camp wise, I think those were the ones in Poland. But he's quite a character. Rest in peace to him. He told me a lot. So he spoke some English, but he spoke perfect French, perfect German, and a bunch of other, like, Slavic languages. He knew Georgian, which is nothing like any Slavic language.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, the guy was a trip. He knew a lot of stuff. And I was very young, but he would tell me these stories, and I wish I would remember more of them. But imagine, and he, by the way, we're not Jewish or anything. He wasn't Jewish either. But yeah, I don't know why he was concentration camps, but they would kind of take anyone, and a lot of times not.
Oh
just
yeah,
Jews.
no, that's
not just
like
Jews. Yeah.
That's kind of. I mean, it's a controversial subject, but I've talked about this.
All right, Kanye.
With yeah.
Let's go, Kanye.
Don't say Jewish media. JM.
No, dude. I mean, I was writing a joke about how Kanye has the same fucking defense as like Satanist metal bands as to them being anti-Semitic. They're like, well, no, we are not anti-Semitic. We just, it's the media that blow it up. If it wasn't for all these Jews that control media, I'm not anti-Semitic. Like, it's literally the same defense. But no, I mean, here's like from working with other, by the way, ignorant fucking Polish people, because there's a lot more like educated Polish people now. You know what I was told when I was growing up was that before internet, everything in Europe, like outside of England, was like 10 years behind.
Yeah.
Like as far as like technology and stuff, like you know that song fucking Tootsie Roll that was on that Chicago Bulls soundtrack. You know what I'm talking about? Papa can sweet a girl.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Yeah, that's stupid ass song.
So dude, me and my brother, we went to Poland like 10 years ago, and we were at this fucking like Polish dance club, whatever, and they just kept
discotheque.
Yeah, disco polo. Every single song, every fucking song. So I go up there and I request Tootsie Roll. And then me and my brother started dancing like the music video. And we just had girls walking up to us. They're just like, what are you doing? We never heard of this. Like,
and then all the Polish dudes were probably salty at y'all for being like, not like them, I guess.
Yeah. And they it was like they never
I would love
fucking
to see that. I would love to see that.
It was like if you
what
started
is this
doing
pop
the
lock
robot.
and drop it?
Yeah.
But yeah, they were I don't know what I was getting at, but yeah, no, there's like this controversial thing, like they're ignorant fucking Polacks. They just look at it. So Poland in general, you know how like in America, if you had one word to describe America, it would be pride and an over amount of pride. Like that would be America. Like
yeah.
And Poland, I know that like the number one word to describe them would be like almost generous. Like they'll just take in anybody.
Yeah.
They're the country. They're literally in the world records. the country that got destroyed the most that
Yes.
still exists.
Yes.
Because, back in the day, like, when there'd be, like, an invasion in, like, medieval times, they would fucking destroy some country, whether it was, whatever it was. It was, like, the
Poland got destroyed,
Moors or the Greeks, and that country would just not exist anymore. Poland got destroyed 45 times to, like, almost complete rubble, and they say that Polacks, they thrive like rats. You cannot destroy them. Like, they and
Yes.
so... What they were saying, like what I heard from people that I worked with, is like a lot of people there. Half of the Holocaust was Polish people. Half of it was like half the population. And
I'm
Polish
sure they would take them for no reason. No, I just want to take you because they're I get
well,
I
because
believe
they didn't have blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yes.
And a lot of the whole fucking like racist like Nazi movement, it was like Slavs. Anybody who's Slavic is like they considered a thief. So they were like, yeah, that's why you're not part of this Aryan master race. And so a lot of Polish people, they had all this resentment towards Jews because they're like, oh, we took all these Jewish people in, but now they're the ones who are like succeeding in the world, and we didn't get anything back for it.
Yeah.
Well,
isn't that kind of what they did with the gypsies, like in Romania and stuff?
It's a bit different, but yeah.
They kind of like segregated them a little bit.
Yeah.
but it's a stupid fucking argument because it's like, okay, I took you in and I helped you because I'm trying to be a good person, not because I'm expecting something in return.
That's
like,
true. That's true. But at the same time, if you're a decent human being, you should try to help the ones that helped you.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I don't know.
And there's fucking Nazis in every fucking country.
Yeah,
like, it's not, like,
we just maybe don't call them Nazis because Nazi is a very radical word to say nowadays.
Yeah.
But realistically, there's like, honestly, like you could be left wing, right wing, but like if you far to one side or another, you're basically
An extremist.
Like you're extremist.
You're brainwashed.
And that's what
idiot.
Nazi is. Nazi is extremist. You don't want to be
Yeah.
extremist in any way, shape, or form in this life. You want to be somewhere balanced out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. This is a little bit scary, but when it comes to the whole thing of wars and stuff, all of it has to do with brainwashing. And by the way, I know some people knows, people don't. Ironically speaking, Hitler was also half Jew as well.
Oh yeah.
I
didn't know that,
He was
no.
legitimately half Jewish. Yes, like legitimately. Yeah, I think his mother was a Jew or father. Could double check it, but Hitler was legitimately like half Jew.
My my great aunt and my dad's dad were also concentration camp survivors. They have
Yeah.
like they have the P with it was a red triangle with a P in it for Pole, because that meant that they're just a slave worker and they don't get tortured like
Yeah.
Jews. But you know what's a cool fucking story that I heard? I mean, I know it's about that time we end, but one of the coolest fucking stories that I heard, I never even heard this from any Polish people that I know, but I heard it at a museum. It was like, just to show the resilience of Polacks, there was like a soldier, a Polish soldier, he had like a full clip in a handgun. His fucking machine gun was done, his entire crew was shot to death, and there were 8 fucking Germans surrounding him, but they didn't have any guns, and they didn't know what the fuck to do because he had a gun. So they threw a grenade in there. It fucking blew his legs off.
Oh.
So he held the gun of these fucking Germans, and he goes, all right, you're going to fucking hold my left leg. You're going to hold my right leg. You 3 motherfuckers are going to carry me, and this motherfucker is going to hold the map, and you're going to fucking lead me out of here.
That's crazy.
And he survived.
Man's a
Insane.
savage. Respect. That's crazy.
But
I would pass
and then
out, man.
have you heard about Wojtek the bear?
I think I have. Yeah.
It was like a I don't know
me.
if it was Russian or Polish, but they were like
Is that a
stationed-
cartoon?
Probably.
No, it's
Polish.
not. It
No, I'm
was
fucking
like
with
they
you.
were
I'll figure it
stationed
out.
in like they're stationed in far north where it was like almost like Arctic weather, and a bear would come by their camp, so they just started training it to smoke cigarettes and drink beer with them.
Oh wait a
I
minute! I
did
think I
hear
did see
about
that.
that.
Wasn't it like the bear drinking like vodka or some shit?
Yeah,
I did see a video like that.
and they gave him
Was that you, Phil?
they fucking
Hey, somebody get Blue. He's drunk.
they gave him what the fuck? They gave him like a Medal of Honor to the bear, and they even they have a statue of him in the town.
Just
Maybe
the bare
those Russians,
necessities,
they're known
right?
for interacting with bears, being quite friendly with them. Literally, like I had like one of my friends, like I have one of my really good friends. His name is Vova. Like the one you told. Remember the Russian guy was a blue belt?
Yeah.
That you mentioned from the old gym.
This is what you're talking about?
Yeah,
right?
Vova. They call him Vlad, but his real name is Vladimir. So Vova, you know.
Yeah.
This guy, he's 100% Russian, but he stands up for Ukraine almost more than any Ukrainian I really know. He's very like anti like Putin regime, you know. This guy, oh my god, he was telling me like a story about like how one of his like friends just like was basically ended up like turning what could have been potentially bear attack to just like a fun playtime with a teddy bear, like in the forest. And I was like, oh my god, these stories are actually legit. I mean, obviously with videos that we have nowadays, we see a lot of them. Did you see this one where there's like American who was like on a bike running away from a bear, and he like
Oh
kept
yeah,
around?
I did see
and
that.
then there was video of like a Russian dude, or at least Russian speaking person, that was like chasing a bear, and bear was running away from him. He's like, Mishka, come here, because Mishka bear, that's what we say. You know, that was so funny. Like, that was a perfect example. But these people, sometimes they just don't care,
Yeah.
because they look at like a bear as like an innocent creature in a way. They kind of think it's because it's cute, it's fuzzy, you know.
Yeah.
But in America, everyone fears bears here, you know, especially grizzlies and whatever. Now
They'll fuck you up.
yeah, they don't
Yeah.
won't even feel you. It's
Well,
crazy.
you know, they talk about that documentary with that fucking like vegan guy. You know what I'm talking about? Where he says he felt like he is a bear. He identifies as a bear.
Oh no, I did not.
So
but-
he's like camping with these bears, and it ends with him being torn to pieces.
yeah.
As
If they
you
get
might
hungry,
imagine.
Yeah.
If they get hungry, or especially mama bear, you don't want to mess
The
with
fuck you
those.
think this is, a Jungle Book?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
your ass back in their fucking tent.
But the bears that are the most dangerous are definitely polar bears, because all they eat is meat. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're the most dangerous. You don't want to mess with those, like, because like a regular bear, like a grizzly or whatever, like the ones that live in the woods, they're mostly, you know, they're mostly herbivores, but they eat some meat too, obviously. But they're mostly herbivores, so you could kind of get.
the
lucky.
polar bears
But
don't have any choice.
Them, yeah, they hunt fish or.
They only
whatever.
eat snow
What
cones.
you really got to watch out is the bipolar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like fucking Kanye, you know.
Yeah.
My
crazy,
bad.
man.
My bad about the
They-
Jews.
Yeah, they go after the Jews and shit. No,
And
but
they're white.
Oh god, man.
those polar they have a weird march when they come over to you. No, but I went down this rabbit hole on I think I told you about this on Shark Week.
Uh-huh.
I was like watching. I don't know. It was like it was like one of those bored lockdown stories where I watched all the Jaws movies, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna watch the top shark attack like videos, and this is a true story. And I was even I was writing a joke about this too. I know I'm gonna say that the most this fucking episode, but like there's a Cuban guy. He took his like 3-year-old to the beach, and you know, like, where people don't know this, I didn't even know this. Sharks rarely fucking attack.
Yeah.
That
Right.
movie Jaws ruined sharks
They did.
for life, because there's literally like, what is it, like 1,000 people get bit a year, and maybe like 10 people get killed by sharks. It's
yeah.
not fucking huge at all.
Yeah, very often people escape shark attacks, not because they're such heroes or good, because shark just kind of bit them for whatever reason. Maybe
'Cause they felt threatened.
Threatened. Yeah.
It's never because they're hungry.
Yeah,
or-
they very rarely like actually go to kill them.
like you see all these videos of like scuba divers where they're like rubbing the shark, or they're like petting it, and you're like, oh my god, what a fucking
Humping it.
idiot. Yeah, humping it,
yeah, no, sharks
playing
are
with
most
some
of the time
peanut butter, you know,
Hey, come here, Sharky.
Stuff, man.
Got some calamari right here.
lubing up that blowhole. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, but I mean,
Does a shark have a blowhole?
I mean, the waste is to come out from somewhere,
That's-
so I
that's-
assume.
Somewhere.
That's what I
yeah.
call
I assume
Yeah.
you stick it in the shitter.
But no, there's so like tiger sharks are the most often because they're in shallow water.
Yes.
They're like the size of a fucking wiener dog, you know.
Yeah.
So this Cuban guy, he goes to a beach. This was at #1 craziest shark, and not craziest like gory, but just literally crazy. He took his 3-year-old to a beach. He's like watching his kid play in the shallow water. Shark, like this little wiener dog sized tiger shark, pops up, just slices the kid's arm off full. Just cuts his arm off, takes off. So the dad's like panicking. He's fucking freaking out. He takes the kid, takes him to the ambulance. They clot up the wound. They take him to the hospital. And that guy's like, hold up, I'll be right back. And he goes to the beach. Somehow he found the tiger shark that did it. Fucking grabs it, wrestles it, cuts its belly open,
Takes the
Yeah.
arm out.
takes the arm out, and they sewed it back on. Damn. And now he's got like, you know, I mean, the kid's got a fucked up arm. He's like, you know, Jimmy, you know, like.
Yeah.
But like the punchline was like, can you imagine how hard it's got to be that kid? Because if he ever fucks up, you know, like he gets caught with some hookers and a bong, his dad's gonna be like, you know what I did for you to be with some hookers and a bong? I fucking ripped the shark's belly open to get your arm back. So like,
That's hilarious when you put it this way, but that's actually a pretty impressive story. Though, like, imagine being that.
It is.
That's insane.
I can't believe that arm was like not like.
I mean, probably didn't have enough
Shut
time to digest. That's why, because it was very soon after. If it was to digest, I'm sure that would be screwed up. But it was probably just fine when he got it. I mean, not just fine. It was bitten up, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
yeah.
We fucking when we went jet skiing in Florida, me and my wife, we went on this dolphin tour. It was a sketchy ass. Florida is.
It's always some sketchy stuff because you're trying to save more money, and like there's the cheaper tours and more expensive ones. You go on a cheaper one, but then you realize that there's some like random Jamaican dudes that came to America and then they lead you to the tour.
They're just undercover Somalian pirates.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, like some stuff like that.
But and of course in Florida it's always going to be sketchy. Like so, the first tour we wanted to go on.
You're not for scuba? Remember that shit?
Scuba Steve.
Yeah,
Scuba to Cuba.
Oh, was it Scuba Steve? You know, what movie was that? Along
Big
Came
Daddy.
Polly.
Big
No,
Daddy.
Along Came Polly. The guy, oh, you're not for scuba? He just got married and the scuba guy fucks his wife. It's like they still had their flippers on.
No. So we looked up this fucking tour, and it was straight up redneck, missing teeth. He actually has a red neck.
So he looks like he makes good decisions, what you're saying.
Yeah. He looks like he ate taffy his whole life, and his teeth kept cracking each time. And he fucking like
Tobacco taffy.
So it was supposed to be like where they had the bottom of the boat is a clear window,
Yeah.
and you just go over like schools of dolphins. So we go there, charge the card. We're like, all right, we got a reservation tomorrow morning. We came there next day, guy's gone. Fucking
Oh my
gone.
God.
We had to call a credit card company to like cancel it, which we did in time. But then we're like, all right, well, like, cause here's the thing, I fucking hate going to Florida where my mom was. I just hate it. It was
part of
boring.
Florida?
It was just boring. It was like it was all old. It was like a psychological horror movie because it's like
What part
90-year-old.
of Florida was that?
What part?
Yes, what part?
It was Naples.
Okay.
Like Fort Myers.
Yeah, no, I know it's
So like, I mean, I just saw 90-year-old guys with Lamborghinis with their hair
Yeah.
fluttering in the air.
Yeah.
Little hairpiece.
They're not even going to be old enough to reach their first insurance payment. You know, like.
Yeah.
So we're like, so I told my mom, as gay as you think this is going to sound, I'm like, Mom, I'm only going if we get to swim with dolphins because I fucking love dolphins and killer whales.
I'll show you something.
That's the only fucking way I'm going. So we found this other tour where you go on jet skis. You go with a whole school of like 10 people or 20 people on jet skis. And we saw a whole school of dolphins and we saw a fucking stingray like the size of this fucking basement.
Oh, shit.
Look at this. That was
Some
the next
Steve Irwin shit, huh?
Oh my God.
there was this cool thing I did with
What
these
is that?
dolphins. There's two
That
of them.
dolphin?
It's me and dolphin. Yeah, it
Nice.
was with two dolphins. There's two things you did that were really cool. I mean, you did other stuff, but when you were in water, floating in water, there's two things you would do. You'd be like standing like a cross in water, having your thumbs down. They'll swim right behind you, and then they'll propel you. Like you would go so fast, it was ridiculous.
Someone told me that dolphins are assholes. Like they're
They
rape.
could be, but these ones were. So like this is the
It's
thing I was telling you about.
They're into it.
And then there's another thing that was even cooler where I would lay flat on my stomach, and then I would need to keep my feet straight like so. So they would go with their beaks and then push me from
Push your
behind,
feet.
and they'll propel me up. Let me show you. There's a video right. There's this thing right here. So
Where was that, by the way?
Yeah, Mexico. So this is me at the very peak. So this is
Oh
them.
man.
So this is me like there, and then they start pushing me. You cannot. I don't know if you can see them in the back because there's
Yeah.
all the waves. But
Oh,
then,
that's
you could
cool.
kind of see like one of their fangs over here. But there's like two of them. They were pushing from the back, and that was just like propelling me
So
up.
you're doing some cruelty-free
Yes.
SeaWorld tricks.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
into
And
the
that was
wild.
the cool thing because we also went with like a sea lion too. And the sea lion, Kiko, what's his name? This guy had quite the character, man. Let me tell you. Kiko, I asked because Kiko would kiss every guy. He didn't like me, I guess. He was like, and then all of a sudden to my girlfriend, he starts full on kissing her. I'm like, you motherfucker, man. I want a kiss from you.
You put him in a
Oh my God.
chokehold.
Yeah, where's it?
Yeah,
There's
put
a
him in a
picture.
rear naked
This is him kissing my girlfriend.
Oh man.
That was hilarious, but I love Kiko. And then we went looking with manatees. They're pretty ugly things, but they're super nice. I would just feed them lettuce the whole time. They're
You should have put him in a flying triangle choke.
no man. Their eye looks like a butthole. Legitimately looks like a
Does
butthole.
look like an asshole.
That literally looks
Oh,
like an
wow.
asshole.
I didn't even see where the eye was.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Right here. You see?
I thought it was right here.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? But it was a really cool experience in Mexico. Definitely no regrets. And the whole thing, it wasn't that pricey. We got pictures and everything too. I think it was over like everything was like $200, I think. It's
Oh
very
wow,
cheap.
that's crazy. Yeah.
It's very cheap, like for a tour like that with the ride there, back. I mean, with everything, you know, and
Nice.
pictures and everything. You know, so that was very cheap. You know, relatively speaking, you know, for experience like that, we got to go with 3 different animals.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's big. We got
You
to
know what?
fully touch them, like, and
For
the way
about $50
dolphins.
worth of drinks,
Huh?
at times I've taken home a manatee.
I'm sure it happened.
2.
Maybe a couple of them.
So you got to deal with what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
You
got
got dolphins and everything else. Too.
Yeah,
And you
drinks
don't want to
were-
look at that butthole.
No, you don't want to look at that
No.
bottle, no. But I was gonna say, like, yeah, whenever you go on vacation, definitely go all inclusive. It's the best because you don't have to
Where
worry
is
about
it?
nothing.
Mexico.
Well, I went to Mexico. There's all. I mean, you go anywhere. There's always offers for all inclusive, and it always comes out to be best deals anyway.
I've just heard of people like telling me about the whole cartel shit. Like if you
Yeah.
go,
Dude, no, where you go there, cartel will not even interfere there because that's how they make their money anyway. You're
Yeah.
safe there, dude. Like, we went outside the resort too, which that's where danger starts. Went to Tulum, Mexico,
yeah,
which is like 40-minute drive from where we were at. Man, let me tell you, it was so nice there, like in Tulum. Well, like, no, the resort part, like, the resorts are nice, but when you go outside, it is literally like trenches. It feels like I'm in Iraq or some shit. Like, it is, the roads are terrible.
well, I heard my friend was
It's
saying
terrible.
like
It's like desert almost.
my friend was telling me like the moment you get just at border patrol, you just see bodies with flies on them and shit. It's literally.
I mean, I didn't see that, but I'm sure there's a lot of that too. But no, because we were like towards like the actual, we were in the resort part, and in that whole area, there's shit ton of resorts, so they're not gonna have like that bad. Because again, it's cartel's money. Then
They sweep them up in the morning.
yeah, exactly.
They go by with one of those snow
they're,
plows.
they're responsible killers, you know. They're responsible. But you know, but let me tell you, Mexico, definitely want to go there again. One of the places I want to go to is Jamaica because they told me that the Jamaican dudes they do a really good job of entertaining people there. Like, because they have workers there at resorts at all times. Because the ones that we went to, they weren't that entertaining. Like, workers were not entertaining. Because workers make it entertaining there. As Jamaican dudes, you know how, like, Jamaican people, they're like,
Yeah.
everyone loves it for that reason because they're
That
funny
beach
as hell.
life.
Yeah, and in Jamaica, what's the best thing there, definitely, I heard, is, like, the ocean looks the most beautiful there. Because when we went there, I didn't see the beautiful ocean. I see the
Yeah.
ocean, but it's always dirty and it was raining every day. Which, don't take me wrong, I actually loved it. I loved rainy days more than days where it didn't rain. Because let me tell you, it sucks. When it doesn't rain, it's like humid. You could barely breathe, man. It's just so hot too. It's
Yeah.
terrible. And then for food, it was me, my girlfriend, my friend Sergey, and Sergey, by the way, he's 36 years old. That was for his birthday. And what's it called? And Sergey's girlfriend as well, which she's 35.
Yeah.
Because me and my girlfriend, we're both 22, but we got along just fine. It's the funny part. We're like mentally on the same level. But man, every time we'd order, because I mean, I might not look like someone who eats a lot, but I eat a lot. Like, I eat a lot. I could easily enter food competition. I mean, every day.
What do you? So I gotta ask
Yes.
because you train so much. What's your regular day like? What did you eat today? And what
I-
you plan on eating? Like,
I didn't eat nothing today.
oh, okay, nothing, not even
nothing.
You're
breakfast.
supposed to give me tips about increasing your metabolism.
Yeah, I'll just
Talked
send you a few
about earlier.
videos. I won't even tell you myself personally. Like, I'll just send you videos to the guy who explains it. But
Cool.
yeah, but regarding that, like today, I didn't eat anything. Like my dad right now is definitely not the best in that sense because I don't eat a lot. That's why I also lost some weight. I probably eat only like around 25 to 3,000 calories right now, which is I usually would eat around 5 to 6,000 a day. That's what I would eat, just so you
Okay.
understand.
I don't even eat. I think my metabolism is fucked because I did this app where it tracked how much you ate, and it said like you type in, all right, I'm 270 now. I want to be 200 by so and so whatever, and it said, all right, you have to eat 1,500 calories. And you know what I
You're not gonna survive like that.
and you know
bro.
what I fucking realized?
Hmm.
This whole time for the past 3 years, and even now, I eat like 1,000. I'm not even joking. I barely fucking eat.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, and
Like,
and by the way,
Like
so-
yesterday, I just had 2 sandwiches, and that's it.
You could live because the thing is, okay, realistically, we don't need that much food to get by, especially if you feel like going. Okay, like right now, my diet is atrocious. Okay, I eat one legitimate meal a day, where like that legitimate meal could be like some sort of mashed potato, some sort of steak on the side, and maybe some veggies, whatever not. But right now, my diet's not good. I don't want to give you guys that as example. I'm being honest. It's not like that. It's not that I'm gonna get fat from it, but it's just not healthy. Okay.
Yeah.
But realistically, what my diet used to be, I would like track my macros, my everything. I would track that stuff. And I didn't like even when I would like try to get bigger, but like the thing is I burn a lot of calories, so I need to eat like almost double the amount that I should in a way because like that a regular person my size would need, if not triple sometimes, just because number one, I have very fast metabolism. I'm like my friend make fun of me. I'm like a duck. I eat in 30 minutes of shit, after that. Like 30 minutes after I just go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
Not every time, but very often, like, or if I want to, I definitely can. So my metabolism is definitely on point. But now that I started eating a lot worse, my metabolism gone down actually. And that's a big fact. So big thing is like just eating healthier, period. And it doesn't mean you have to eat gluten-free stuff or this and that, but just like we all human beings generally know what we shouldn't eat. And if you just don't eat what you shouldn't, like a lot of sugars and this and that, if you just cut out all the soda,
Honestly,
if you just cut out all the unnecessary carbs, dude, and just start eating more healthier meat, like grass-fed meat, bro, it's gonna be, and eat your greens. Trust me, just that alone, without any professional diet or tracking calories, you will already start feeling better. That will just simplify that to anyone, and that will already speed up your metabolism by a lot, like by a long shot. That'll be like half the work.
Every time I dieted, the best food in my opinion for dieting, I would just eat a shit ton of eggs all day.
Yeah, I can eat eggs
I'm not
anyway.
an egg guy
'Cause,
personally,
dude,
but I don't blame you.
Eggs are like, just that yolk alone is like taking a multivitamin.
Yeah.
It's fucking so good for you.
100%. Yeah, I'm not too big on eggs personally. I eat a lot of meat though, like a lot. Like especially on my regular day when when my diet was on point. I mean, I would eat like 6 meals a day, and all of them would be like at least 1,000 calories.
The sickest I ever so I'm such a fucking idiot, dude.
Aren't we all?
Dude, there's so many. Okay, every time I do these extreme diets, I fuck them up. Like I tried doing. It's called intermittent fasting. So to me,
16 hours, no eating, 8 hours.
But when it said 16/8, I didn't know it was hours. So I tried fasting like 5 days.
Oh shit!
I did it. I made it like 4 days.
I did the IF for like, I want to say like 4 or 5 months. I did notice that I was way less hungry all the time.
Yeah.
And I did have energy, but now the second I started to eat shitty a little bit again, I bounced right back.
I'm telling you,
back.
and that's the big thing. So like the big principle on increasing your metabolism that you're asking, big principle will be, for example, like you, Phil, right? You barely eat 1,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Since you eat very little, your metabolism will be slow because it doesn't have anything to process.
So
right?
Right,
Because if you're at too
eat
much of a
more, but
deficit, then it's a
healthier.
problem.
Yeah, just overall.
Less breads.
Less breads doesn't mean you don't eat no bread. Realistically speaking, you could eat some bread. You don't have to be on a. You don't. People are too hard on themselves when they go on diet. They go too radical. They're either like super radical, super extreme, or they're not doing it. Be somewhere in the middle. You don't have to like
for the past 3 months, I've been skipping breakfast every day. Like not eating till 2 p.m.
Really?
And then eating till 9 p.m. So in a 2 p.m. 9 p.m.
I would say you'd be better off not eating after like 9, let's say, or like not eating after 8 or 7 if you're able to, and eat during the day. So that way you have more time to process.
I used to do that.
Sorry, Marcel's texting me.
I used to do that, but then what happened is I would be really tired near the end of the day.
Oh, then maybe switch it up though. Play around with it.
But what the fuck was that? So yeah, I fucked up that whole fasting thing. Then I fucked up, dude. So this is the funniest one. Was you know the apple cider vinegar thing?
Yes.
So for people who don't know, apple cider vinegar is super acidic. So you're supposed to mix a shot of apple cider vinegar in a glass, and then it processes it in your stomach faster. I read it backwards, and I would drink a glass of apple cider vinegar. And dude, I'm not
Tear
joking.
up your fucking esophagus.
Bro, I went to a fucking colon specialist because I thought I had cancer.
Why?
Because I was spraying out of my ass for 6 months.
Oh, really?
It fucked up my microbiome. Like
of course.
I'm sure it did.
It didn't matter what I ate. I could eat like
It's supposed to be like a little shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could eat like nothing but solid like granolas, breads, and I go to the bathroom and I'm pissing out of my ass. Like
You could use it to enhance sometimes, like if you need it, but like it doesn't work for everyone though. Like I mean, don't take me wrong, it'll break down your foods really well, and you could spray like you said.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do it all the time. But sometimes it could help. But it's not something you want to rely on though. Too
Dude,
much.
the funniest thing was they sent me home and they give you like you remember those little plastic cowboy hats with a string?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like
When you're a kid, like for parties, they gave me like this plastic. It looked like a plastic cowboy hat. You shit in it, and then you're supposed to put this liquid on it for the lab. So I went in there because I was having my wife help me.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there and I got a chocolate Hershey's. I took a chocolate Hershey's syrup with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it, and then I put it all over my hand, and I came out. I'm like, Kelly, I got it all over my face, and she almost threw up in her mouth.
I don't blame her.
But anyways, I think my buddy's calling me right now. So I think it's about that time to wrap up, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
fuck.
That's fun. I actually had fun. I thought it would be like a little harder, like to maybe get podcasts going. Because I wasn't sure, like, I know who you are, I know you're a chill dude, but I was like, what are we going to talk about exactly?
Yeah,
I was worried.
yeah.
I was like, do I need to prepare any questions myself? And I was like, man, I don't know. I'll just go with the flow. Because I usually do the best when I go with the flow.
Yeah. That's what this is all about. Just going. I mean, obviously we
really
try to
good.
like laugh when we shoot this shit, but
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, you have all sorts of... I think the best podcast is when they have different topics, not when it's just one. Like, we had a little jitsu, we had a little, like, weird hunting and guns topic. Then we had a little bit of, like, some not World War, but, like, the history or, like, the war topics a little bit. We kind of had a little bit of everything in this podcast.
yeah.
Talking about comedy.
What we've been doing is like we kind of come in here with an idea of topics.
Yeah.
But we just have a conversation.
Correct. That's kind of good. Yeah.
And then we go in almost 3 hours a lot of times and we don't even notice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally right now, like I thought like 1 hour would be like take long, but no, this is like first of all I got here like 1:30. Then by the time we were talking from 1:30, everyone. By the way, like I know because we started a podcast. I think it was like at 2:30 or 3.
Yeah.
We started like actually turn it on, but we were talking for a while. So we were talking for almost 4 hours.
That's my problem. I need people to tell me to shut the fuck up.
I think next time I will. If I come on here again, I'll definitely like I feel. Let's get talking
don't
right
even
away.
tell me. Just put me in a fucking triangle choke. Like,
No, I think you'll listen to me. I think you'll be too, man.
Well, this has been an awesome episode with our guest Vitaliy Pavelko.
Thank you.
If anything, if you had fun, let us know if you ever want to go on again.
I'm telling you right now, I would want to go again. So
Yeah.
you know,
Cool.
definitely
But,
take into consideration.
We learned some. We laughed a little. We will catch you next time on Wild Phil's Osophy. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me, guys.